stretching time, floating free, gotta ease his mind. Wings spread wide through the blue, flying high, nothing else to do. In the cockpit, it's just him and the breeze. Captain Canada feeling at ease. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Turbulence can't shake his vibe, every puff makes him feel alive. He's the captain you can't confide, loving life and stretching time. Sunset glow as he climbs higher, heart beats to his own choir. With a grin, he takes another puff, for Captain C, no sky's too tough. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Monday, my friends. Another great day and another weekend in the books. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody had a fantastic flight simming experience this weekend, other than the servers going down on Saturday. Felt like it was a pretty good weekend for flying. Welcome aboard, Flyboy. Good to see you, my man. Captain AB, welcome back. Bomb Tech, good to see you. P-Thibs, welcome back. Lilo Pilot, welcome. Chris Clark, good to see you, my friend. Real Sim Pilot, welcome. Skyworker, good to see you. Extinct, welcome. Leonard Grant, good to see you. IYR, welcome back. Flyboy, already got you. Timelapse Pilot, good to see you. Goodman, welcome back. SF Aviation, welcome back. Juggle Stoomp, welcome back, my friend. Aviation Blaze, good to see you. Fly Daddy-O, welcome back. Harry Quinlan, good to see you. Gringo Baggins, welcome. Ahmed Jamal, welcome back. Erin, good to see you. Matija, welcome back. Mitchell, good to see you. SF Aviation, welcome back as well, my friend. Dakota Davis, good to see you. Space Guy, welcome. We got Polaris Spikes dropping the $20 donation.
Cap, at work, got a super chat and bounce.
A super chat and bounce. Huge no floaties to you, Polar Spikes. Thank you very much, my friend, for the continued support of this channel. I truly do appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. SayIntentions is here. Good to see you, my friends. Welcome back. Schmarkak, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Real Life Sim Pilot. We're on no servers today, man. We're using SayIntentions AI ATC. So technically we're flying offline today, but we're using SayIntentions AI ATC. We're going to have Bilby as our first officer. Going to kind of test and see what it's like outside of North America, see what SayIntentions is like. And yeah, don't worry, man, next week we'll be back on the VATS network. Next week we have our big long haul planned on Saturday as well, so that should be a fun one. We're going to be going from London Heathrow over to Dubai, which will be a fantastic fantastic flight. Looking forward to that. That's going to be on Saturday. I got 6 crashed desktops in days, and I found out I had to reduce my RAM speed to 4800 megahertz. The DDR5 is unstable. 4 sticks at 6000. Interesting. Huh. I never thought it would be. Are you using the RMP, I think it is, or TMP, whatever the suggested rating is on your BIOS? Is Bilby feeling better today? Bilby is top-notch today, man. What's the temp right now at the airport? Looks like a smoky engine start. Good question. I'm not sure. We'll check the ATIS. We'll see what the weather's looking like, but I'm not sure, actually, to be honest with you. Sasha, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. D-Champ, welcome. Hope all is well as well. Zach Hamilton, good to see you, my friend. Leonard Grant, good to see you. IYR, welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. We're working on that, IYR. We're currently working on that sponsorship, and yes, I definitely will be having an affiliate link with them. I just didn't have time to load up the affiliate link this morning, but yes, I will have an affiliate link at SayIntentions. I see a puppy right here. What are you doing? Are you Puppy Henry? You going to say hi to chat? We do have the Henry cam, though, so if you just go to your bed, that would be very nice. Can you go to your bed, please? You go to your bed? Go to your bed. Good boy. Yeah, go to your bed. Go play with your toys. Just took him on a nice long walk this morning. He saw a couple of his puppy friends. He was playing. He just had his breakfast. Sir, you have the best life. Yep, we got to sleep in this morning. It was just incredible. He had a great day. Cap, do you use New Sky? No, I don't even know what New Sky is. Sorry. 2 sticks of RAM is better sometimes for overclocking. Sometimes it's hard to get 4. Interesting. Yeah, I've only ever gone with 2 sticks of RAM, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever used 4 sticks. I've always gone 2 sticks, 16 gig, 16 gig, or 32 gig, 32 gig. Interesting. Your dog ate your backspace key. Well, that's not good. I think you can just order individual keycaps, though, so you may be able to replace it, I guess, depending on the keyboard and the brand that makes it. Do you see that Emirates started flying their 380s the 1st of January to Copenhagen from Dubai? Would it be cool to see such a flight? That'd be a cool flight, man. I love Copenhagen. One of my favorite airports out here in Northern Europe. One of my favorites. Henry's thinking, why go to his bed when I can go on your bed? True. Although he's kind of weird, man. He'll only like hang out with me on my bed for like the first like half hour when we go to bed. And then almost every single night since I've got him, he gets down and he goes down to his own bed. He likes sleeping on his bed. Do you ever count how many hours flying experience you have? Not really, Hatim. I mean, it's cool to keep track of things. Like, you know, we've got over 4,700 hours on VATSIM. I mean, between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator, we're probably pushing 10,000 hours of flight sim time, which is pretty crazy. So, what Gardamone scenery using, the freeware or Aerosoft? This is the Orbex Gardamone scenery, Orbex. You can always put exclamation point scenery in chat, or you can always check the link in the description down below. I update that for every single live stream, always showing you what aircraft, sceneries, everything that I am using for today's streams. How you doing, Cap? Just having a caffeine-related pounding headache. Which are the worst? Oof, that's terrible. I don't really consume caffeine, so I can't say I've ever experienced that, thankfully. I feel like I'm lucky at that. I'll be on VATSIM, you be on SayIntentions. Sounds good, right? Yeah, for sure. What add-on shows engine startup smoke? I don't even know if there is an add-on that does that, to be honest with you. Unless, what's that program that does all of that? There's like an add-on that you can get, but it's crazy. 10,000 hours is about a year straight. That's crazy, right? Tango, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're feeling better. SimFX, that's the one. I don't know if SimFX does it. If there was a program that were to do it, I'm assuming it would be the SimFX by Parallel 42. Yeah. All right, friends, we got a fun day of flying today. Our first flight is actually a pretty short one. It's just over 30 minutes. And we're going to be going from Oslo down to Bergen. And then from Bergen, we're going to jump on a flight all the way up to the north of Norway, up to Tromsø. And that should be a good one as well. Michael.
Cap. Do you plan on purchasing the Winwing Mukdu when it gets released?
Yes, absolutely. I plan on purchasing the Winwing McDoos when they are released. Absolutely, it's going to be incredible. I'm very much looking forward to it. I got to test it very slightly at last year's expo down in Vegas. Yes, very much looking forward to that one. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Just a heads up, no Scandinavian accents quite yet. Very, very tricky area to get right. Yeah, no doubt at all. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I think the fact of the matter is we're just going to have full ATC coverage flying up here, right? So that's going to be awesome. Pre-order start on Friday. Nice. Cool. France, though, just a huge facelift. Nice. Cool. Okay, we may have to do some France ops then. Coming with that in mind. We may have to do some of that. Tromsø will be epic. Polar night in this time of the year. I was going to say I expect a... now, I have the sim set back to my live time, so it's about just after noon in the afternoon in the sim here. But I think we should be getting some like barely sunlight kind of lighting up in Tromsø. It should be very cool. We're going way north today, friends, so should be a awesome flight indeed. Are you going to chug some maple syrup after takeoff? maybe. I did get a huge thing of maple syrup, fresh maple syrup, from one of the neighbors who out at the farm. He has a whole maple syrup farm tree thing in the back. So, Cap, does SayIntentions cover the whole world, or does it do different accents as well? Certain places where you go, Ark, you'll definitely get some better accents and stuff like that. As we just mentioned, SayIntentions was saying they're trying to dial in the Nordic accents.
For Bilby's lawyer fund in the case, he gets in trouble with the FAA for all of his activities.
G-Mark, huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for support. Michael, thank you for the $20 donation. G-Mark, thank you for the $5 donation as well. And of course, Polar Spikes dropping the other $20 donation. Thank you very much, guys. Truly do appreciate you. Hope everybody's having a great start to the week thus far. Let's jump in and get our aircraft ready to go, shall we? We're sitting cold and dark. We haven't done anything literally cold and dark. So let's jump up top. Let's start working on some aircraft systems and getting this bad boy programmed and ready to go. First things first, let's get the battery switched to the on position. We'll flick on the ground power as well. Oops, I didn't even do that. I guess you have to enable the ground power. Go to systems page, sim menu, ground support, connect the ground power, and then we'll go upstairs and turn that bad boy on. Beautiful. Now we've got ground power. Let's flip this over to bat bus. Let's flip this over to ground power. Let's get our gears aligning. We'll go left side nav, right side nav. Beautiful. Continue our flows down here. Fuel pumps can stay off. Yaw dampers can stay off for now. We'll get the cabin utility and IFE passenger seat entertainment to the on position. We'll get some panel brightness up here on this guy. Beautiful. We'll arm our emergency exits. Wonderful. We'll get the window heat on because we know it's going to be chilly out there already. So we'll get the window heat to the on position. Probe heats can stay off for now. Hydraulic pumps can stay off until we're ready for push and start. Get the logo light on, get the steady light on there. Beautiful. Recirc fans and trim air are on. Packs are in the off position. Isolation valve is open. APU bleed is off. Engine bleeds are on. Beautiful. Overhead looks ready to go, my friends. Let's come down here to the FMC and let's start getting some brightness up here on some of these panels so we can see what we're doing today. I'm going to turn the screen brightness down. Last I checked, friends, we're going to have some pretty spicy weather into our first airport today, Bergen. It was snowing and overcast at 400 feet when I was loading up the sim about an hour ago, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what we're looking like now. We are on the current Air Act 2413, December 26th to January 23rd. We've got 10 more days left on that one. Henry. First officer's in here poking around. He should be setting up the McDo, but that's fine. Henry, what are you doing? You should be setting up the FMC for pre-flight clearance. Instead, you're over here looking for pets. Let's go to the route tab. We're going to do our... actually, we could just do our co-route. Actually, what am I doing? First things first, init ref. Let's go ahead and throw in our airport. So we're sitting here, EGM. Yep. ENGM, throw that into there. Let's go next page. Let's grab our left GPS. We'll scroll back. We'll set our IRS position. Go to the route tab, ENGM, over to ENBR. Throw that into our co-route. Activate, execute. Beautiful. And then let's jump over here to the electronic flight bag and let's start working on some performances and payloads. We'll get some of these things ready to go. So go to our mass and balance page here today. Passenger count on today's flight, we're looking for 147 passengers over to Bergen. So we'll go ahead and plug that in, 147. We're looking for cargo today, 2934. So let's put 2,000 in the aft cargo, and then we'll put 934 in the forward cargo. Beautiful, that looks good to me. Fuel on today's leg, we're looking for 5,500 kilos of fuel. So we'll set that. We'll set payload. We'll set fuel. Good. We'll complete that. Wonderful. Now, let's send ourselves over to SayIntentions AI ATC here today. We are looking for ATIS. We'll tune to ATIS now, and we'll give that a nice little listen.
1016.
1016.
Density altitude minus 700 feet. Transition level 75. Arriving and departing runways 19 right.
1016?
Left. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.68. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec.
All right, we have ATIS information,
Oslo
Quebec
Airport,
chat, looking good.
Information,
We're going to tune to clearance,
16150
12168.
Wind
So let's tune to clearance now, 12168. We'll flip that over now, 128, oop, there we go.
EQNH10. Have information, Quebec.
There we go, 121680, beautiful. That's going to be over on clearance. We're going to do the comms for the most part of it, and then when we get to the runway, we'll hand over the comms to Bilby. So, hey Captain, are you manually trimming your Boeings? If so, how do you do it so well? Manually trimming, I have a switch on my yoke, which is the automatic trim. So on these 737 switches right here, that's going to be your trim switch. So I have those two buttons right here bound exactly to that. You can see if I push down or if I push up, it actually moves it on the yoke itself. That's what I have them. Automatic trim is set to. How do you reinstall GSX? Probably go to Windows, uninstall, and then reinstall it. I'm not quite sure. Might have to crack a cold one soon. Oh, baby. Already. Can you track me on Volanta? That's a great question. I don't use Volanta. I'm not sure if you will be able to track me on Volanta. If you're looking to track me, though, you can go to the SayIntentions website, and they have a full flight tracker over there. So you may be able to do that.
3738. With information.
What is our call sign today? I think we're Nordic as well, right? Is that what it's? Yeah, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Good. Okay, cool.
Information whiskey is current.
And there's the tracker. SayIntentions is putting it in chat for you. If you do want to track today's flight, it is available for there. Do you use a tool to log all of your flights? No, not really. I use Sim Toolkit Pro, which does all of our overlay data, which also keeps all of that as well. But no, I don't really use anything to track anything. All right, let's grab our clearance. Oslo Gardermoen clearance, very good afternoon. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, ATIS Quebec. IFR clearance to Bergen, please. All right, grab our clearance. It's going to take usually about 15 seconds to kind of run through our entire flight plan and just make sure that all the checks are looking good. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Hopefully this doesn't hurt anything, but I'm going to pre-file it on SayIntentions just in case. I forgot to pre-file off of that.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Information Quebec is current. Cleared to Bergen via the Atlas 7 Delta departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 19 right. Initial climb 7,000. Departure on 128.9. Squawk 6342.
Okay, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot's cleared to Bergen via the Atlas 7 Delta departure, then as filed. Expect runway 19 right for departure. Initial climb 7,000. Departure frequency 128.9, squawking 6342. All right, that should get all of that done. 6342 on
Nordic
and
4 Hotel
recording.
Foxtrot. Read back correct.
Beautiful.
Ground is on 121.905. Safe flight, sir.
Thank you. All right, cool. We got all that information. Wonderful. Let's go to our departure page here. We're going to expect the Atlas 7 Delta departure out of runway 19 right. We'll execute that. Beautiful. And then for our arrivals today into Bergen, oh, look at that. We got Mr. Two-Tone. We're going to be on the Pesu 3 November arrival. Pesu 3 November. There it is right there. We're going to expect the ILS Whiskey runway 17. And if we look at our charts, we're on the Purser. I think we want to take it via Gilva. So we'll go ahead and select that and execute that. Beautiful. Let's go through our flight plan. Let's make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities, which we don't. Beautiful. Everything looks good up there. Let's go upstairs. Let's go and get the forward fuel pump on, and we'll spool up that APU. Wonderful. Let's come back down here. We're going to copy FMS data. Beautiful. We're going with flaps 5 today. AC is on, anti-ice is off for departure. And we'll go ahead and calculate some V-speed. So it looks like we're doing a cell temp of 52 degrees on that D rate. So go back to our knit ref. Let's plug in some numbers here. 61.1 on the zero fuel weight. We're going to plan 4 on the burn. We'll go 1 on the reserve. Cost index is 30. We're going up to 32,000 feet, which is we'll see if we even get up to 32,000 feet, to be honest with you. It's a pretty short flight. Winds are going to be 251 at 66, so kind of a little bit of a quartering headwind, if you will. ISA deviation today is going to be 0 degrees. It's actually not too cold here in Oslo right now. And then we'll go to our N1 limits. We know that we're selecting a 52 degree cell temp, so we'll leave that like that. Beautiful. Flaps are going to be set to 5 degrees. CG weight today 24.1, which gives us a trim value of 481, and that all correct looks correct on this. 36, 37, 49. 35, 37, 148. Perfectly fine with me, chat. Close enough to the actual numbers. Good. Go to the FMC, go to the legs page. We'll leave that guy right there. Get a little bit of brightness up on him. Beautiful. If you go to the overhead, our APU should be on and available. We'll get our APU bleeds on. We'll get our gens on. Beautiful. We'll get our hydraulic pumps on. We'll flip this over to APU gen as well. We can go ahead and remove the ground power. So we'll go back to our systems page, remove the ground power, remove the chocks, set that. Good. We're also going to close the doors. Close you. Next page. Close you. Close you. Beautiful. All of the doors should be closed. Go back here to our performance and payload calculator. Good. Go to GSX. We'll prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. No. And we'll go ahead and get our traffic rings on. Beautiful. We're looking good, friends. Flying through it this morning. So wait, you don't trim yourself, or you do? You do. You always have to trim it. Yeah. But he just asked me how I trim the aircraft, and I trim it with a button on my joystick like I showed him, which is right there. But yeah, you're definitely trimming the aircraft. Not all the time, but yeah, you're making small adjustments in the trim so that you're not constantly applying downforce or upforce on the yoke. So there's certain times that you would apply that as well. Yes. All right, 148 on our V2 speed today, so we'll plug that in as well. We'll be good pilots, and we'll bug up our runway heading, which is going to be 190. I'm going to take this, flip that all the way around, 190. Good. That'll be our runway heading. Beautiful. Upstairs, seatbelt signs can go on. Anti-collision light can go on. Fuel pumps can go on. And we are looking good, my friends. Looking real good. We're going to contact ground and request a push and start. Although, I don't think we need to contact ground and get a push and start. But, actually, no, we're perfectly fine. We're pushing back. We're pushing back in the ramp area, so we don't need to worry about the no movement. We'll be perfectly fine. We will be fine, chat. Good.
Contact ground on 121.855.
Excuse me. Straight push, code C. Beautiful. Park brakes released. Sounds are up for engine start. Absolutely fantastic in this aircraft. We got bleed pressure. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and start our block time over there. Good. We'll go engine number 2 over to ground. Confirm that a start valve is open. Should see an N2 percentage and EGT percentage on the rise. There they go. Beautiful. Hey, Cap, just wondering if you're having problems with the Anybuilds A320neo V2, where when I try and taxi, I can't. Chocks and parking both show off. Try and tap your toe brakes. Pardon me.
We are delighted to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in.
Alrighty, we're waiting for the motoring to go away. As soon as motoring goes away, we can introduce fuel to engine number 2. Shouldn't take long to spool up those engines today. We're nice and cool out here, showing 2 degrees outside. Let's go ahead and introduce fuel. We'll set park brake. Beautiful.
CPT Canada. And flying alongside him is our first officer, Bilby. We're expecting
Bilby. Is there a way to use the marketplace scenery from 2020 and 2024? I've been trying to use the Fly Tampa EKC that I accidentally bought on the marketplace in 2020, but can't seem to make it work. I think you're going to have to wait, Gabriel, till it gets updated.
Simply lift the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated, as we may experience.
Ark, we'll eventually get to the point where I'm comfortable switching between the two. Right now, I'm just doing dedicated days flying on VATSIM, dedicated days flying on SayIntentions. But yes, there will be a point where I'm going to kind of combine both of them, so yeah. The A320 V2 brake stuck is a bug. In the tablet, click one of the panel states to clear the stuck brakes. That's why we have the best chat right there. Whoever was having the brake issues, go to your tablet and just put ready to fly or whatever as your, as the panel state. Henry. Henry. Can you go to your bed? Go to your bed. Good boy. Good boy. Chat, say hi to Henry.
Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight. Now, I'll let the captain know that the cabin is ready for departure.
Henry. All right, we're motoring. Alan, thank you so much for 3 months, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you very, very much for supporting the streams. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you, man. Bilby is the co-pilot. Yes, we're going to hand over radio comms to Bilby here shortly. We'll introduce fuel engine number 1. Yes, Bilby is our first officer today. I feel like I cannot go with anybody but Bilby. He just fits the vibe. He's just so chill, man. He's like Henry. Just chill. Chill as a cucumber. What are my GSX settings? What do you mean? Like my GSX settings? Like these ones? Here, take a screenshot of that.
Castevens, 5E, Robbie, 1 hour departure.
Oh, goodness. Andy, 4 years. My man. Huge no floaties to you, sir. Congratulations on your new badge in chat. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you very, very much for your support. Truly do appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy.
Ground on 121.855, FT243.
Moonraker 5 November Golf, Garter Moon clearance cleared to Charles de Gaulle Paris Airport via the VIPA 1. A departure then is filed. Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Departure on 128.9er.
Does everyone get Bilby? Yep, you can choose Bilby if you'd like. Yep. Right, let's set flaps 5 degrees. Yeah, currently right now there is no AI traffic, but it is something that they're working on. Yes. All right, engine Gen 1, engine Gen 2, yaw dampers, probe heats, APU bleed goes off, isolation valve auto, packs over to auto, APU can go off, start switches over to continuous, flip this over to Gen 1. We're looking ready to go here, friends. Ready to go. Let's contact ground on... ground is going to be on 121605. 121605. All right, 121605, and we will let Oslo ground know we're ready to taxi. Oslo ground, very good afternoon. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, Adis, Quebec, ready to taxi, runway 19 right.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, Oslo ground. Taxi to runway 19 right, via Golf, November, Alpha 9er.
Taxi to runway 19 right via Golf, November, Alpha 9er, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Alrighty, flight directors left side, right side, auto throttle, VNAV, LNAV engaged. Park brakes can go off. Then we'll start our taxi over to runway 19 right. And if we look at our taxi charting here, they want us to go Golf, which is all the way up here, right turn on November, which is, wait. Oh, we're going up this way, that's right. All right, Golf, oops, we should have gone the other way. Don't mind me. Golf, November, Alpha 9er. My bad. We're going this way. Although we could have just kept turning the other way around. It's fine. No problems. Well, YouTube crashed today for the first time. Jacob, thank you very much for the $1 donation, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you, man. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you. And we got Mr. GMC dropping the 5 gifted members. Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you very much as well. As always, Mr. GMC with the 5 gifted members. Guys, if you were lucky enough to get a gifted membership, please make sure that you say thank you in chat. Huge no floaties to you, GMC. Thank you very, very much, my friend, for the continued support. Appreciate you. Long time, my friend. Thank you, buddy. Oh, Henry's gone.
Scandinavian 396, located runway Alpha 5. Scandinavian 396, Oslo.
Wouldn't a bird be better at flying than a dog? Well, Henry is very talented, in case you didn't know. Very talented puppers. Let's do a recall check. We're good. Who are the other pilots that you hear? Those are either other pilots that are flying on the network or just AI-generated voices. How does the plane compare to the PMDG? They're both great. They're both fantastic aircraft. I'm really, really, really enjoying flying this aircraft, the MAX8. One of my favorites in the sim right now. Henry was the ace of his class, exactly. Passed with flying colors. Australia is going to have some thunderstorms. Interesting. Where's the recall button? This guy right here, this big old one right here. You hit that and it'll let you know if there's any issues. All right, we're on November. We're going all the way down. How old is FO Henry? He's just less than a year. About 11 months old. Still a baby puppy. Hey? Are you a baby puppy? Yeah, you are. Can you see him right there under my arm? Henry, come here. Come here. Come say hi. Hello. Hello, FO Henry. Hello, First Officer Henry. There's Henry. There's no treats up here, I know. I don't have any treats for you today up here. Sorry. You just had your breakfast, though.
Scandinavian 133 Oslo ground. Good morning, taxi to apron gate 22 via Alpha Charlie. Hold short of taxiway Bravo.
Buffering is back? Oof, that's not good. Buffering and a crash. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. Everything's green on my end. Again, it's I don't know what's going on, man. We've lowered the bit rate. We've done everything that we can do. How old is he? He's about 11 months old. Find it difficult to I find climb difficult in the iFly when just using VNav. Anything over flight level 350 is difficult. I guess it depends on your weight and balance, John. I've had no problems getting this aircraft up to 37, 38, 39,000 feet. No. Have you done the DNA test? I'm doing it this week, Zach. I'm doing it this week, man. Canada Post was on strike for the last, like, I don't even know how many weeks. 6 weeks, 5 weeks or something like that. So I was just waiting till all of that got sorted out. But I will be doing it this week. Yeah. Reading in iFly's Discord right now. I'm glad cabin announcements along with the extra cabin configurations are on the way eventually. I can't wait. Nice. Very cool. YouTube's been crashing lately. Yes, it's been really bad for about over a month now. Zach, good to see you, my man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. We got a ton of snow here last night. Kind of unexpected. I didn't think we were supposed to get one. Usually get buffering maybe twice a stream. It's not that bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and the ingest servers. Hey, Bilby, are you able to take over the radio comms for me, please?
Yeah, man, I got the radios. Comms are all...
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Contact tower on 120.1.
Bilby's on
Take
comms,
care.
baby. Contact tower on 120.1, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Good day. All right, tower was on... we're going over to... Yeah, he understood exactly. Now, he hasn't switched it over yet, but maybe afterwards he can do that. So it's going to be on 120.1. Tuned to that frequency now. 1201. I think I just need to tell Bilby. Hey, Bilby, can you get our takeoff clearance, please?
Yeah, man, I'll get that takeoff clearance for us.
Thanks, Bilby. The best in the biz right there, man. F.O. Bilby and F.O. Henry.
Oslo Tower, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, holding short of runway 19 right. We are ready for departure.
Yes, sir, Bilby.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, Oslo Tower, runway 19 right, winds 205 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 19 right, cleared for takeoff. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
There we go. Bilby's on the comms. Let's get it. Let's get it, chat. When you're climbing out, as soon as you pass 1,000, you gain 3 knots. Wait, what?
KLM 975, contact departure on 128.9.
Switching to departure on 128.9, KLM 975.
Henry's not too small for a 1-year-old cute dog. Yeah, he's going to be a big boy, that's for sure. He's going to be a big doggo. He's now sleeping. Like I knew he would. We'll get the Henry cam on here in a second once we get airborne. All right, friends. Yoke cam's coming on. Sounds are going up. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Throttles to 40%. Good. Slight nose down pressure on the yoke. Beautiful. Stable at 40. Toga. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. There's 80 knots. We're neutral. Positive rate. Gear up. God, I love flying in Norway, man.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, contact departure on 128.9.
Switching to departure on 128.9. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, let's go flaps up 1.
Scandinavian 414, contact departure.
Oslo final departure, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Flaps clean.
Afternoon climbing past 1500.
Oslo final departure identified. Clear direct DM616, climb flight level 210.
Clear direct GM616. Climb flight level 210. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, 21,000 feet. And they cleared us direct to, what was it? GM616. All right, we'll plug that in. Legs, GM616. Bug it, send it. Let's go.
Contact Polaris Control on 126.625.
Switching to Polaris Control on 126.625. No.
Alrighty. Looking good, 7,000 feet. Autopilot 1 can go on. Back up into the flight deck.
Foxtrot. Good afternoon. We're climbing through 6,000 for flight level 210.
Runway turn-offs, taxi lights, and wing lights can go off.
Polaris Control identified. Good afternoon.
FS Realistic is a good purchase? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Standard barrel pressure. We're climbing up above, friends. Get this off. Get this on. There we go. Little baby Henny sleeping. Yeah, FS Realistic is a must-have in my opinion. You see like all this camera movement and stuff like that, that's all done through FS Realistic. Without FS Realistic, your flight just looks so static. You know, like your character never moves. It's definitely needed. All right, landing lights are coming off. Dude, I absolutely love the fact that iFly has implemented the native Microsoft. Wonderful.
Just a friendly reminder to keep them in airplane mode. Also, our onboard Wi-Fi service is now available, so feel free to connect and enjoy.
Onboard Wi-Fi chat. You guys are lucky, man. Balling today.
Crew members know. Thank you.
Onboard Wi-Fi. What Microsoft server are you on? I'm not on the Microsoft servers. We're using SayIntentions AI ATC today. I've been brave enough to venture into VATSIM. Would you recommend Beyond ATC and or SayIntentions to get the radio comms? Absolutely.
Hotel Foxtrot, Polaris Control. Climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Absolutely. Mantelope, if you use the link that I have pinned up in chat right now, you can get a 24-hour trial period of SayIntentions AI ATC. 100% suggest trying it, because I know you'll fall in love with it. It is a phenomenal product. I couldn't be happier with it, to be honest with you. Norwegian hires Irish FAs. I mean, of course, especially if it's two-tone. Pay for that Wi-Fi for about a 5-minute cruise. Damn right. Heatcap, do you still use Rex AccuSeasons? Yes, I use AccuSeasons. Absolutely. All right, packs are on. We're looking good. We're pressurizing up above 10,000 feet now. Beautiful. Looking real good, chat. Yeah, absolutely, Mantelope. I totally agree with you, man. This is a great way to get you ready to jump on real networks like VATSIM, Pilot Edge. Yeah. Does it provide ATC in small GA airports? It does, Max. Yes. That's actually what SayIntentions was designed around, was more for VFR flying. So I've never tried it, but I've heard that it works fantastically with GA flights and VFR and stuff like that.
Speedbird 759er. Climb flight level 380.
380, receiver 759.
There you go, Max. Look at that. From the team over at SayIntentions themselves. Try and find an airport that they don't have ATC coverage. There you go. What do I use for a tiller?
320 Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
I use my rudder pedals when flying this aircraft as my tiller. Does SayIntentions have traffic like Beyond ATC? Nope, but it is something that they're working on, King. Hopefully sooner than later. We've got some real traffic integrated into it. Bolt Head Airfield isn't covered. Bolt Head Airfield. I've never heard of that. Mind you, I wouldn't be the one to look at, but... Do SayIntentions have different accents for when you fly to different parts of the world? Yes, it does, Andres. Currently, right now, they're working on like the Nordic voice package, but yes, it does. Yeah. Henry cam is just an excuse for Cap to turn off his cam to stretch. Not wrong. You're not wrong. But to be fair, the Henry cam isn't on me. That's chat, man. Chat's been bugging me for the last, I don't even know how many months. Probably since I got Henry. They were like, we need a Henry cam. We need the return of Daisy cam, but we need Henry cam 2.0. Definitely looking forward to trying SayIntentions again with traffic injection is ready. Yeah, absolutely. Can you pay monthly or only able to pay annually? You can pay monthly, Zach.
Speedbird 145, whiskey with you, flight level 360.
YouTube's still being awful this morning? Man,
Whiskey,
terrible.
Polaris control identified. Good afternoon.
All right, chat, let's update the weather here because things were pretty nasty into Bergen. What are we working with right now? Yeah, I mean, winds are 140 at 13 knots, 3,000 feet visibility, rads, overcast at 400. What's our minimums on the approach? It's maybe an auto land, chat, believe it or not. ILS whiskey is what we're doing. Our minimums get us down to, we should have visual, or category C aircraft, 370, which is 204 feet. So we should break out, but it's going to be almost down to minimums with overcast at 400 feet. Pretty gnarly today. Should be a fun one, though. You must accept the visual approach into runway 35. No problem. 14 knot tailwind. No problem. That is the look of a first officer who went on a nice long walk this morning and got to play with some puppies. Is there a timeline on the traffic injection? I don't know if there's a timeline, Zach. I know that it's something that they're actively working on. I don't know if they give themselves any timelines or stuff like that. Looking at my window, the weather here at home is not great. Uh-oh. El Bapino. Good to see you, my friend. It's their internet. It hasn't buffed one time for me. Interesting.
Good afternoon, Easy 1123, descending flight level 120.
Easy 1123, Polaris control identified. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It is a very nice, deep, rich voice.
1123, contact Oslo approach on 118.475.
Asian, Russian, Scandinavian, South American voices are the biggest weak areas right now. Got you. Okay. 20 nautical mile cruise is crazy. It is pretty crazy. I do agree. Maybe flight level 320 was a little ambitious, but that's what the real aircraft does. Like if you look at our flight plan on this guy, you'll see they actually get up to. Oh, this flight went up to, 32,000 feet. 320, and it looks like they cruised basically exactly where we are. Cruised for about 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes maybe, up at flight level 320. So it's replicating exactly the same way that it is in the real world. What time is it set to? It's set to my local time, so it's about 12:50 in the afternoon. Why are you flying offline? We're using SayIntentions AI ATC today, Eric. Doing a nice little balance between flying on VATSIM and using AI ATC because I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic.
Hotel Foxtrot. Expect the Pessu 3 November arrival. IEL start your descent in about 10 minutes. Notify.
Pessu 3 November, that's what we have. Good.
Expect the PSU 3 November arrival. We'll let you know if we're ready to descend sooner.
Is there any third-party A330 or A330 Neos? No, not really. Not yet. Yeah, we're not flying local time in Norway because it would just be nighttime flying. I don't get to fly up in Norway all that much, and I really wanted to take in kind of the scenery, the clouds.
Control, Echo NG, Romeo Hotel,
Yeah.
Alpha with you 7,000 feet, IFR.
Reggie, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Gonna watch the 787 stream and hear how the Spanish accents are. We were on Faten yesterday, Erin. Yeah, we were on Faten. Cap, how come you aren't recommending the lovely Aerosoft A330? Oh yeah, fantastic product. Trying to move my entire community folder from 2020 to 2024. Maybe regretting this life choice. Yes. I would be using add-on linker, Flyboy, to be honest with you, man. Add-on linker, and then you just add whatever scenery or aircraft that you want into 24 from 2020. The Aeroscam 330. Oh, man. There you go, Bob International. Glad you're enjoying it, man. Glad you're enjoying it. What's up, Cap? Got a break from any Zoom calls. From my Zoom calls. Taking a break and walking around the freezing New York City and watching for a bit. Hey, Mr. Holder, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Monday, dude. Just ahead of you was getting bumped around. It was pretty bumpy through the climb. Seems to be pretty smooth now, though. Alrighty, and it looks like we're cruising for all of about 26 miles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached cruising altitude, and I must say, it is a beautiful day to be flying. We'll be starting our snack and drink service now. And let me tell you, we have some delightful options for you today.
Ooh.
Our famous Norwegian salmon sandwiches and the delicious chocolate cake are definitely crowd favourites, eh? After our service, we'll also be bringing around some articles from the Norwegian Air Shuttle Shop, so keep an eye out for those. If you need anything in the meantime, just give us a shout. Enjoy the flight.
Some famous Norwegian salmon sandwiches. Not gonna lie, Chad, I'm not a big fan of salmon, but that sounds delicious right about now. Does it not? Could I get one of those, Mr. Two-Tone? Hey, Two-Tone, could I get one of those famous Norwegian salmon sandwiches up here, please?
Absolutely, Captain. I'll bring one of those famous Norwegian salmon sandwiches right up for you.
I have way too much fun with this, Chad. I have way too much fun with this. Oh, boy. Hey, Captain, I remember watching you 7 years ago and still have massive respect. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks for your support, dude. I appreciate you, man. Norwegian salmon, next level stuff. Sounds delicious. I wonder if Norwegian salmon is better than the Vancouver salmon. If you've ever been to Vancouver, they have this smoked honey salmon that you can buy. It's like candied salmon, and it's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, looks like at Lutiv we need to be between 8,000 and 6,000 feet. So we're going to bug up 6,000 feet. That'll be our descent, and we'll let Bilby know that we're going to be ready for descent here in about a couple minutes or so. Yeah, we're 14 miles till descent. Did they ever update the Aerosoft 330? No, and they never will, Andy. Sonny, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Just flew the Zebo from Gatwick to Dublin in X-Plane 12. Nice. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Grew up in Vancouver and can decidedly say Norway salmon is much better. There's something about that the Arctic waters. I can imagine. I can definitely imagine that. Sunny, 64 months, says, I regret missing the A380 stream. Have fun. The servers didn't work, Sunny. We had to postpone it till next weekend. So the 380 stream is happening this Saturday coming up. The servers were completely borked on Saturday. Couldn't get into the sim for over 5 hours. And you know me, like I'm launching my sim a good hour before the stream starts. Couldn't get in for an hour. And anyways, yeah, we tried even launching and just nothing was working. Thank you for 64 months, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Guys, get some love and shot for Mr. Sunny. 64 months. Bummer, you trying it in 24? No, we're going to use it in 2020. I'm still having VRAM issues with 2024. All of the third-party aircraft seem to be just pulling so much VRAM. Hey, Bilby, can you let ATC know we're ready for descent, please?
I'll let him know.
Thanks, Bilby.
Polaris Control, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, Polaris Control, Norwegian Air Shuttle, 4HF. We're prepared to begin our descent.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, descend FL 100. Expect further descent in 4 minutes.
Descent flight level 100. Expect further descent in 4 minutes. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, so initial descent down to 10,000. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to start our descent here in about 2 minutes. Beautiful. Your flight to Geneva? Yes, we have a new Geneva as well. It's fantastic. Yeah, we flew to Geneva not that long ago, actually, and we will definitely be back for sure. Not sure Bilby could pass that medical exam. It'd be rough. Yeah, they figured it out, Sonny. They figured it out. Following your flight in a Scandinavian 737-600. Nice, Max. Very cool. We're in a little bit of a fancier 737 today. Bilby is a medical exam. Well, I wonder what Bilby had for breakfast this morning. Hey, Bilby, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? Let's ask him.
Just some granola and a smoothie, man. Keeps me chill.
Granola and a smoothie because it keeps him chill. Damn right, Bilby. I'm about it, man. I like it. I dig it. Have you heard of the Minecraft clouds bug in X-Plane? No, I don't. I don't really pay attention to X-Plane 777, to be honest with you, man. Have you ever flown to Torp Sandefjord? It's kind of like the low-cost Oslo. Good question. I don't know if I have. So the AI ATC that we hear as chatter is based off of real-world live flights or historical or just randomly generated. A little bit of everything, Zach. So you can hear other pilots on the network that are flying in your area. It's obviously generated, AI generated as well. It's kind of a mix of both, which is really cool, and that's, I think, one of the aspects I really like about it. Hey Murph, we've started our descent. Can you prepare the cabin for landing, please? Somebody asked what my thoughts are.
I'm only trained to handle
Oh, wait. Wrong one.
Need to ask the cabin crew to prepare
Sorry.
for landing.
Yep, sorry, Bilby. That's my fault. Apologize.
No worries, man. We're all good.
Hey Murph, can you, we started our descent down into Bergen. Can you prepare the cabin for arrival, please?
Okay, Captain. Preparing the cabin for arrival in Bergen.
Used to live close to Sandefjord. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. Somebody was asking my thoughts on the Bravo airspace. It's good. I think it needs a few little updates. There's some things with it. Especially the ILS approaches can be a little bit weird if you're dealing with a little bit of wind.
Cleared for the PSU 3 November arrival. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 130.
Oh.
Cleared for the PSU 3 November arrival. Descend flight level 130 when ready.
Right, 130.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Yeah, if you really want a 787, I would say get the Bravo Airspace 787-800. That aircraft is fantastic and works extremely well.
This is your friendly flight attendant speaking. We have just left our cruising altitude and are now beginning our descent into beautiful Bergen. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Oh, and just a quick note, the usage of the lavatories is no longer allowed at this time. We're expecting a smooth landing, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the view as we
Smooth landing. He's already set me up, chat. We're expecting a smooth landing. That looks like some nasty weather out there. And I think that's where we're landing. It's like somewhere over here. What would happen if you told him to F off? I don't know. We're not going to try that. We're not really here to yell at our first officer. Bilby does a great job. So does Henry. It's the 780, yes, sorry, the 787-8, correct. Sorry, I always say 787-800. It's the 787-8. I forgot the elitists out there will correct me on that every time. Will Tromsø be a nighttime approach? I don't know. I've set it to my time. I think they're nighttime all the time right now up in Tromsø, I believe. Triple 7-200 series is next, and the 747 is after. Correct. I don't know which version we're going to get first from PMDG. I hope that we get the 747-400. I hope that's the first variant we get from PMDG. It'll be dark no matter when you get there. Yeah, correct. So it should be cool. It should be a really fun flight. It's been a long time since we've been up to Tromsø. And that approach into there is beautiful as well. Yeah, and how much longer do you think it'll take for Majestic to release the Dash 8? I have no clue, man. I need that airplane so bad. We could have done that. We could have done this ops on a Q400. Would have been awesome. Polar nights until February. Wow. There you go. How long is the flight to Tromsø? I believe it's about 2 hours. Just shy of 2 hours. It's like an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. This is the 7.3 Max, correct. This is the iFly 7.3 Max, so this is not the default Max in Microsoft 2024. Thought PMDG is working on releasing the 777-200. Yeah, that's what's next. We said that. 777-200 next, followed by the 747. But I hope that they do the 400 variant first. That's what I'm hoping they release. I think the 747-400 and the Dash 1 will be the first variants, though unsure which will hit the stores first. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think right now PMDG is kind of focused on bringing their fleet over to 2024, but I'm not quite sure. Funniest thing ever just happened. My dog started while standing looking at me. It's so funny. She loves so behaved. Uh-oh. Any good regional planes like the 717 or CRJ or Embraer? Not really, Ben. It's kind of been neglected. I mean, we have the Aerosoft CRJ, but it's not very good. You ever tried to do an Autoland? Yeah, we've done a few Autolands. You reckon they release the 777 before they bring their fleet over? I don't know. I don't know, man. Who's my favorite aircraft developer? I don't know if I have one single favorite. iFly, PMDG, AnyBuilds, Phoenix, they're all on the same level for me. They all make fantastic products. TFDI as well with the MD-11. There's a lot of good aircraft developers out there. There's some shitty ones too, and some shady ones. There's a lot of good developers as well. We need the magic crystal ball to see which 747 variant will come first. Yes. I'm hoping it's the 400. I mean, to me, it would make sense to be the 400, but PMDG may pull a fast one and they may release the 100 first. I don't really have too much interest in the 100. The 400 for me is the sweet spot, but yeah. We're not, again, TSC, we're flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're not talking about X-Plane and X-Plane developers today. I know that you enjoy X-Plane, but he was asking me what developers are my favorite for this sim. Can you explain why you don't like the Aerosoft CRJ? Hasn't been updated in over 2 years. Has some pretty glaring bugs. Those would be the main points. Overall, it's not the worst aircraft available for Microsoft, but it has so much potential. It has so much potential. It just seems to be left by the wayside. Unfortunately, I don't have a microphone. Can I still use SayIntentions so that the co-pilot takes over everything? That's a good question. I'm not sure, Captain Chris. That would be a question for SayIntentions if they're still around. Can you use SayIntentions without a microphone? It's a great question. I don't know. Transition altitude here is going to be 7,000 feet. So we'll bug that up here and put that into there. Beautiful. And we need to start running through some fun stuff here, friends. So we're going to go auto brake 2 for the landing today. We're going to pull open this guy here. So our barrow minimums today are going to be 370. So we'll flip that over to barrow.
Hotel Foxtrot. Contact Flesland. Approach on 12. 1.0.
Switching to Westland approach on 121.0. Nordic.
All right, 370 is in there, and then 1099 and 170. So we'll flip this up to 170.
Approach, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Good afternoon. We're descending through flight level 170 down to flight level 130.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot. Flesland approach. Identified. Good afternoon. Expect the ILSW runway 17 approaching to Flesland via Gilva.
All right, that's exactly what we have planned.
ILSW runway 17 approach via Gilva, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, and we'll flip that one up there as well. 1099, 1099, beautiful. I still have hopes that the Aerosoft CRJ gets updated. I don't know if it will, but we've got our hopes that it still gets updated. Captain Lee.
CPT Lee donated $7
Thank you, my
hey
friend.
Man, it's Bilby. I stretched with him last night and he's a bit girl crazy.
Nice. Oh man, the CRJ is 6 feet down in the ground. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever flown to AGP? Where's AGP, Harry? I don't think that I have. The CRJ is being worked on? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Pleasant approach. Can you confirm flight level?
Do we still have faith in future updates from Aerosoft 330? No.
Lufthansa for Papa Whiskey.
God, no. That's abandoned.
Papa Whiskey. Descend flight level 080. QNH 1022.
Malaga. Oh, we've been there before.
Flight level
yeah.
080. Lufthansa for Papa Whiskey.
All right, he should give us lower
Romeo,
here now.
Romeo 69er, contact Polaris.
Diego, how are you, my friend?
136.275.
There's 13,000. We'll expect lower here shortly. This is 2020 with the iFly MAX8. You can see a weather update is going on right now. Yeah, Phoenix 330 would be incredible. I'd love to see that as well. All right, we're leveled off at 13,000 feet. We should expect lower here momentarily. Gonna get bouncy here soon if the clouds don't ease up. No, definitely not going to be. It's going to be a pretty bumpy arrival for sure. At this point, you should get direct Gilva, probably. We'll see if ATC sends us direct. They're definitely not shy to send us direct. But they're keeping us at 13,000 right now, so... Hey, Bilby, can you request lower from ATC, please? What is the landing speed in flaps? Landing speed today is going to be 147 knots, so +5 on 142, so 147.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot requesting descent to a lower altitude.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, descend your requested altitude.
Descend to my requested altitude. Okay, I guess we're going to go to 8,000 feet.
Descending to requested altitude. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Is Bilby still baked? Always.
Descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Seems to be a little bit upset. We're going to send...
Hotel Foxtrot. Descend flight level 080.
There we go.
Descend flight level 080. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
We got the dog cam. Oh, yes. Just a little bit cloudy today. It's going to get a little bit bumpy here in a second. Outside air temperature is sitting at +4. We should get some engine anti-ice on just in case. Be good pilots. No, I've asked this before, but what is your favorite IRL aircraft manufacturer? I don't really have one, Gringo, to be honest with you, man. I don't really have one. If you're flying with real weather, you're going to be in complete shit. Oh, yes. We are ready for it. Overcast at 400 feet. We may have to do an auto land. We'll see. These look like X-plane graphics. I think you've been hitting the pipe a little bit too hard, my friend. Gusting into Bergen today is like 40 knots. Oof. Thank you, Murph. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Bergen. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate.
All right, here come the bumps. Landing lights are going on. Start switches over to continuous. Logo lights are on and wing lights are on.
Our wonderful Norwegian air shuttle staff will be on hand to provide you with
A little bit bumpy out there today. I have no clue, Diego.
Welcome, Captain. Always here to help.
Leipzig Air 442,
I have no
Flite
clue.
approach identified, cleared direct on PUT, then continue climb via Tuxie 4C.
In Autoland, does the plane bring the nose down after landing? Yeah.
Climb via Tuxie for Charlie.
Yes, and they said yes, Captain Chris.
Leipzig Air 442, climb and maintain flight level 170.
All right, speed's coming back. We're looking good. 220. Coming down to 8,000 feet. Definitely getting bumped around right now. Pretty heavily. Which was to be expected. Let's arm the ground spoilers. Good. A little bit bumpy out there. Just a tad. It's kind of crazy in a good way that people discuss about Airbus and Boeing, yet I rarely hear about Embraer or Cessna, for example. Yeah, I don't know. All right, Henry cam is off. You guys are stuck with me now for the rest of the approach. That's two-tone Murphy that you're hearing. I don't know. I've never heard of Jacksepti. Yeah, you're hearing two-tone Murphy. Not quite sure what the aircraft is doing. It seems to be struggling a little bit. It's like hovering between 7,800 and 8,000 feet. We should get lower here momentarily. I think it's just the turbulence. It's causing the aircraft to go a little bit bananas. Very rough out there right now. Oh, no, not your face. I know. Sorry. Apologize. Apologize in advance. I know Henry's much better to look at. Don't worry.
TBM2 Charlie Papa, contact Polaris Control on 124.7.
Negative, we're gonna change over the tower.
Oh.
TBM2 Charlie Papa, contact Fleslin Tower on 122.1.
122.1, TBM2 Charlie Papa.
Alright, we need to be at 4,000 for Gilva. So we'll see if they descend us down to 4,000. We should. Hey, Bilby, can you request 4,000 feet, please?
Yeah, man. I'll request descent to 4,000 feet.
We're about 1,000 feet above profile, so we're going to ask for descent now. Now, it's nothing to do with the MCP. We're...
Approach, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, requesting descent to 4,000 feet.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
All right, there we go. 4,000 feet.
Nordic
Altitude intervene.
Foxtrot.
Down to 4,000. So bumpy it is. Crazy bumpy right now.
Descend altitude 3,000. Cleared via Gilva for runway 17.
There we go.
Descend 3,000. Cleared via Gilva for runway 17. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Bilby doesn't even know the plane's listening to his voice.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Good old Bilby.
Cleared for the ILS runway 17 approach.
Cleared for the ILS runway 17 approach. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
That's right, Bilby. Let's do it.
departure, Scandinavian 259er, 2,800 feet.
It's also the iFly common issue that it can't handle turbulence. Lots of the time, it overreacts on movements, causing you to start flying out of control. Got you. Okay.
Climb flight level 200.
Are there any alternatives for FS Realistic? Not really. No. Not really. All right, and our altimeter was 1017. We'll bug that in. There we go. Yeah, definitely a bumpy approach today. To be expected, though. To be expected. Will end up being an auto land. We're going to arm for an auto land. I don't know if we're going to need it, to be honest with you. I think we're going to be okay. We can't arm it until we're on the approach. Looks like VFR conditions to me. No excuses. Yeah. Follow your instruments. Follow your instruments. All right, we're going to take managed speed. We're going to go down to 210. We'll go flaps 1. Just help manage our speed a little bit. We're about 18 miles out from the airport now. Start slowing some things down, get some things ready to go. Hand fly and go around if necessary. I mean, it's overcast at 400 feet. We're going to try and keep it as realistically as possible. But yeah. When will the clouds break up? It's overcast at 400 feet. So, might be a little bit. Might be a little bit. God, look at that airplane though, man. I love the volumetric lighting of this aircraft. Probably some of the best that I've seen, to be honest with you. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's overcast down to 400 feet, so we'll do our best. We will do our best.
TBM2 Charlie Papa identified QNH 1012.
We'll flip this guy back over.
1012, TBM2 Charlie Papa.
Overcast at 4,000? No, 400, sorry. Did I say 4,000? 400. You want a wing view? Sure. Paul, this is Microsoft 2020. Microsoft 2020. I did say 400? Okay, good. Gosh, weather flying into London City is bad. Worse than this? Oof. All right. We're going to vertical speed. We'll go at about 700 feet per minute to make sure that we stay on path. You can see here our glide slope is right there as well. What we can do now is we'll arm our localizer. Get that ready to go for capture, which should be happening here momentarily. They're going to send us over to Tower afterwards. Live in Bergen IRL, actually. Welcome to Fogland. Is that what they call it? Instead of Fleisland? Fogland? I love flying in Norway, man. One of the hidden gems I find about flying on Microsoft Flight Simulators is visiting places like this. I love it, man. Clayton, thank you, man. Glad you're enjoying the content, dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. All right, let's slow this bad boy down. 190 knots. We'll go flaps 5 degrees. What are the runway conditions, wet or dry? I believe that they are wet. It's raining. Rain drizzle. And since you're going to ENTC, you'll have a steep approach as well. Yes, I love that approach. We haven't flown that approach in actually a while, so I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, localizer is captured. Let's go ahead and arm our approach now. There's our glide slope. Beautiful. We're going to arm autopilot 2 in case we need to do an auto land today. So autopilot 1 and 2 are on. We've got localizer captured and glide slope. We're looking good.
Good afternoon, Alvin. QNH 101.
We are looking good. And for go around,
contact Friesland Tower on 119.1.
Climb track 170 until passing 2,000.
Friesland Tower on 119.1, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Alrighty, wait for the 2,500 foot call out. Then we'll drop the gear and get ready to go. Speed can get dialed back to 180.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, afternoon.
There it is. Gear down, flaps 15 degrees. Speed 170.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot,
Freslin Tower, roger. Continue approach for runway 17.
And 147 on the VAP speed is what we're looking for.
Freslin Tower, winds 135 at 14. Runway 17, cleared to land.
Runway 17, cleared.
Flaps 25 degrees.
Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
And rolling out flaps 30, which are going to be our landing flaps today. Fully configured, 2,000 feet, ready to go. Waiting to break out of those clouds, chat. We'll be good, man. We'll be good. Currently 6 miles out from the airport. There's that rain. Plus 8 degrees, though, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. When are you heading back to Munich? I don't know. Not sure yet. Not too sure. All right, YoCam comes on. I'm going to take control of the throttles. Did you turn on the runway lights? I hope the runway lights are on. Some pretty heavy headwind right now. All right, friends, and we are waiting for waiting to see anything out there. I can kind of start to see some ground. We might be okay. We'll see when we break out. 1,200 feet currently. How do you know how much input to make when manually doing it? Well, you're just trying to match your speed, right? So our approach speed's 147. So you just are trying, you know, you're increasing and decreasing throttle as you approach 147 knots. You try and keep it as close to your V speed as possible.
1,000.
1,000 feet. No runway in sight yet. Should be getting down under everything now. It is terrible weather, I do agree. Oh, I got approach lights, chat. All right, we should be able to take it before minimums. Go around? Why would we go around? No need for a go around. There's our approach. We got lights. We're approaching minimum. My airplane.
400. 300 minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
Welcome to Flite land.
100.
Contact ground
50. 40. 30. Slow. 20. 10.
Hold it. Hold it. The runway like slopes off like crazy. Good. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Descent. Oh, a little bit of a bounce there maybe. I don't know how we get a bounce without the train being a little bit weird. Nose down. Decelerating. I think that's just the train issue. 70 knots. Reversers are stowed. Onto the brakes. There we go.
121.9. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Bergen. Yeah, I think that bounce is just because of the slope of the runway. You can see the runway kind of just dips away on you like crazy.
What a landing it was, eh? Excellent job by the captain.
2 for the price of 1. Ooh, an 8 out of 10 for Mr. Murph. There we go. All right, welcome, friends.
Weather here is a cool 6 degrees Celsius.
Ground spoilers and flaps going clean.
Don't let that dampen your spirits. Thank you for flying with Norwegian Air Shuttle today. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain CPT Canada, First Officer Bill Lee, and the entire crew.
Landing lights are off. Runway turn-offs are off. Taxi lights are on. Strobe lights are on. Engine start switches go off. Strobe lights go off. Wing lights can go off as well. And where are we parking, Bilby? Hey, Bilby, can you request gate 26, please?
request taxi to gate 26 for us.
Thank you. Bergen is very busy on VATSIM. I believe it, especially with this weather, man. It's crazy out there today.
Wrestling ground, Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot, requesting taxi to gate 26. We have information November.
Real Cal, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Hotel Foxtrot, taxi to gate 26 via Yankee Delta Whiskey. Have a great day.
Yankee Delta Whiskey.
26 via Yankee Delta Whiskey. Nordic 4 Hotel Foxtrot.
Yankee Delta and then Whiskey. Alright, so they want us to go like this. They want us to go left on Yankee, right on Delta, and then Whiskey. You know what? Fuck it. We're just going straight in, chat. Shh, don't tell anybody. 826 for us. Don't tell on me, chat. There's an event in Bergen? Ah, that's why. Got you. Okay. Yeah, this is the freeware Bergen scenery as well, which is absolutely fantastic. If you guys are interested in picking up this airport, exclamation point scenery in chat. Fantastic freeware. Probably one of my favorite freewares. And again, the cool little thing about Bergen is that sloped runway, and it'll really get you. You have to be very careful on that initial flare because the runway really drops off on you. Keto, thank you very much, man, for 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, my friend. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Thank you, buddy. Right, pulling up into the stand. Stand 26. Should be a somewhat quick turnaround. Nasty weather here today, man. Holy macaroni. Nasty weather. I think that should be good right about there. Pull on the brakes. Park brake is on. Upstairs, APU is on. Gens are on. Bleeds are on. Isolation valve is open. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. We'll go ahead and anti-collision light can go off. Fuel pumps can go off. Hydraulic pumps are off. Probe heats are going off. Flip this over to APU gen. Yacht dampers are coming off. There we go, friends. Nice little turnaround. We'll go to GSX. We'll request deboarding. Beautiful. Jump outside. Give you a nice little view of this fun stuff going on here today. And there we have it, my friends. Our gorgeous Norwegian 737 MAX 8. Looking real good parked up at the stand here, friends. Looking real good. Cool. And we're going to get ready for our second leg up to Tromsø. Which, hopefully the weather's not as spicy up in Tromsø. That would be good. Also, I'll catch you on Saturday for the A380 long haul. Sounds good, man. I will see you then. Guys, taking long enough for me to get a gifted membership. So happy. There you go, man. Got the gifted memberships. Thank you again, Guido. Appreciate you, my friend. No floaties to you, man. Cap, for your new PC, we go AMD or Intel? AMD. I'm 99% sold on an AMD build. Yeah. AMD 9800X3D, or even the new one that they've got coming out. I forget which the new one is that they've got coming out, but all right, I'm going to turn my ugly face off. You guys can hang out with Henry. Look at how big he is, and look at how small of a ball he gets himself in. That is a big dog, by the way. He's like 6 feet long when he's all stretched out. Oh, yes. Guys aren't walking through the jet bridge, guys. Come on now. Come on now. All right. First leg is in the books. Let's get to our second leg, shall we? ENBR over to ENTC. Tromsø. We're going to be Nordic 9084. NOZ 9084. All right, and we're going ENBR. Oops. ENBR. ENTC. We're going to be in the MAX 8. iFly 158 passengers on the way up to Bergen. Gonna pre-file on that. We'll open up SayIntentions. We're gonna go new flight. Good. Should pop up in our new flight now as well. Switch that over to pilot. Give that a second. It'll run through its checks. Beautiful. New flight. I'm not quite sure why it's not loading anything. It definitely should load some stuff in here in a second. There it goes. Beautiful. So now it knows that we are Nordic 9084. That is our new call sign. And I'll take care of the comms on the ground again. And then we'll hand it over to Bilby once we start flying the aircraft. Who builds your PC? Is it Linus? Because Linus lives in Canada. Weather in Tromsø is heavy to moderate rain with red warning for avalanche. So it's worse than Bergen. Uh-oh. Well, that'll be a fun one. Cap, while using SayIntentions, I intentionally read back wrong clearance instructions in Squawk and I acknowledged it as correct. Is that a bug or is it still in development? No. So what you need to do, BQ, is if you want it to be super realistic, you need to go over to the experimental and you need to make sure that strict readback enforcement is turned on. And then you also want the ATC experience to be on standard or pro mode. So we can try pro mode. We can see how that goes. Simulates the workload of a real-world airline pilot, requiring the use of charts, pen and paper, taxi maps, and handling your own comms. Oh, handling your own comms. Okay, well, we want standard then. But yeah, you want to make sure. So make sure that that is turned on, strict readback enforcement turned on, and that you have the ATC experience set to standard as well. And that will make it so that you've advised ready to copy a phone number regarding non-compliance with taxi instructions. Whoopsies. Apologize. Hey Cap, coming down to Ottawa for one night in February. Anything I should do other than visiting Parliament? Get yourself a shawarma, man. Go get yourself a shawarma. Get some good food. If you want pizza, go to Crust and Crate. Does it cover the whole world? It does, yes. It does cover the whole world. It does. Remember, guys, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Thanks, everybody, for being here today, and thank you, everybody who already has smashed down that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. When you're at VATSIM for 9-hour flight and then decide to go for 3 or 4 hour break, do you disconnect VATSIM, and when you're back, do you reconnect? Yes. Well, sometimes you don't connect to the same frequency, Toga. Usually just Unicom. Usually you would just reconnect back to Unicom. I see floating people. Yeah, they're not really following the jet bridge all that well. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Getting close to 80K. I know, man. We're real close. We are getting close, my friend. Ottawa is one of the most forgettable cities. Yep. It is. I concur with that. All right, let's come down here. We're going to go to menu. We're going to go initialize, close, initialize. Good. Let's go to our performance and payload page. Let's start loading up some passengers, shall we? So, according to SimBrief, 158 passengers flying up to Tromsø today. 158. Good. Cargo on today's flight, 3153. Let's go 2,000 in the aft. And we'll go 1153 in the forward. Fuel for this leg, we're looking at 6,300 kilos of fuel. 6,300. We'll set payload, we'll set fuel. Done and done. We'll complete that. Good. Let's come down here, and I will grab this. We'll export that. Good. I'll also get the banner up and running again. And the flight time today is flight an hour and 45 minutes, chat. Hour 45 minutes.
Cherokee requesting IFR clear to Echo Sierra Golf Golf Piper Charlton.
All right, there we go. Banner should be updated. And what we'll do is we'll go to our route tab, and we're going ENBR over to ENTC. Throw that to our company route, activate and execute that. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and grab ATIS. ATIS frequency is on 1212.5.
VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 123.4. Advise on initial contact you have information November.
All right, we've got ATIS
Bergen
November.
Airport, information November. 1750 Zulu. Wind 135 at 14. Visibility 10.
I don't think that's true.
Solid overcast at 400 feet.
Yep.
Temperature 6.
Yep.
Dew point 6.
Good.
QNH 1017. Density altitude -900 feet. Transition level 75. Arriving and departing runway 17. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 123.4. Advise on initial contact you have information November.
All right, we got November. Let's go over to clearance now, and we'll grab our clearance. Bergen clearance, very good afternoon. Nordic 9084 with ATIS information November, IFR to Tromsø, please.
Nordic 9084. Fresland clearance. Information November is current. Cleared to Tromsø via the INTU 2 Charlie departure. Then as filed. Departure runway 17. Initial climb 10,000. Departure on 126.1. Squawk 2273.
All right, into 2 Charlie departure, good. All right, Nordic 9084 is cleared to Tromsø via the into 2 Charlie departure, then as filed. Departing on runway 17, initial climb 10,000 feet. Departure frequency 126.1, squawking 2273.
Nordic 9084. Read back correct. Ground is on 121.9. Safe flight, sir.
Ground 121.9. You have a great day as well. Thank you. All right. That looks good to me. And then for our arrivals, let's see what the weather's doing here. Flights, unload, import you. While we're doing all of this, let's go GSX. We're going to sim brief that.
Boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane.
And request boarding. There we go. No.
Welcome aboard Norwegian Air Shuttle
There we go.
Flight 9084, heading to Troms. We're thrilled to have
To
you with us
Troms.
today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes.
All right, let's see what the weather's doing here. Winds are 19018. It's raining, broken at 4,000. Should be a little bit better. Winds 180, gusting up to 35 knots. Wow. This one's going to be a spicy one today, chat. She going to be spicy flying. All right, well, with that, we know that we're probably going to expect the ILS runway 18, I believe is what we're going to expect. So we are on the BARV 1 mic arrival. Good. We're going to plan for the ILS 18. And if we take a look at this, ILS 18, I think it takes us to... What arrival is this? We're on this arrival. Wait, what arrival are we on again? The BARV 1 mic. This is the 1 mic. BARV? Oh, the BARV 1 mic. Alright, so we want to take it via non-RU. Is non-RU an option? It is. Good. We'll select that one and we'll execute that. Beautiful. Go to our legs page. We'll scroll through. We'll make sure everything looks good there, which it does. Wonderful. Looking good. All right, back over here. Let's go ahead and copy FMS data. Beautiful. We're doing a flap 5 departure today. AC is on. Anti-ice is going to be... anti-ice will be off initially. You know what? We should probably do engine anti-ice on. We'll calculate that. Beautiful. Cell temp of 45 degrees today. So we'll go to our NitRef. We'll plug in some numbers here. On the plan, we're going to plan 5. Will give us a reserve of 1. We're going to go with 35 again on the cost index. Up to 370. The winds are going to be 268 at 69. Our cruise winds. Good. ISO deviation is 0 degrees again. We'll execute that. Transition altitude is actually 7,500 feet, as we heard from the ATIS. So we'll select that. We'll go to our N1 limits here today, and then we'll go back down here briefly. We're looking for a cell temp of 45 degrees on that bad boy. Beautiful. Takeoff flaps will be 5 degrees. Our CG weight 24.1, trim value 492, and our V speeds 38, 39, 51, 37, 39, and 50 is plugged in. Beautiful. Cool. Everything is set there. Everything is done. I'm happy with all of that. Initial climb was 10,000 feet. So we'll bug up 10,000 feet. Beautiful. And 150 on our V2 speed. So we will bug that up as well. And there we go. All right. We're essentially ready to go. Just waiting for push and start. Yeah, when an ILS glide slope number is given when landing, does it take into account the airport elevations or just the altimeter? Should I read? Thank you. So your minimums are going to be based off of your aircraft. So most commercial aircraft are going to be category C. So this bigger number here is your baro. So that's based off of the barometric pressure. The smaller number in parentheses is going to be your radio altimeter. So you've got your baro minimums and then you've got your radio minimums. So it depends what type of aircraft you're flying. Some aircraft can't do baro minimums and they can only do radio minimums. For example, the A300 or older 737s may not have a baro minimum. So that's how you tell the difference between those two. I hope that answers your question. The $49.99 once is only for ground tour guides and cabin crew, everything but the ATC. Correct, yeah. Just want to know, Microsoft and Asobo are actually going to fix some career mode stuff on 2024. The amount of bugs, mistakes, and issues in the sim is astronomical. Yeah, hopefully it gets updated soon. I do agree with you on that one. Hello, Henry. Are you awake from your nap? You had a nice nap? Good boy. You gonna get the Windwing McDo? Yes, I do. Cruising SDF to RFD in the MD-11. Finally, some snow cover looks nice and wintry. Nice, very cool. Very, very cool. Hey, Cap, an idea how to get the old CRT screens for the Phoenix? There's a mod somewhere. I believe it's on FlightSim.to Aviation. I've never done it, so I wouldn't be the right one to ask. But I believe it's a mod on FlightSim.to. All right, passengers are boarding, baggage is loading. Looking good, friends. Looking good. Henry's got his dinosaur. It's perfect. When an ILS glide slope number is given when landing, does it take into account airport? Yeah, I've already answered that one, G-Man. I literally just spent like a solid 30 seconds trying to explain it to you. If you're going to ask a question, man, and you're just going to repeat the question over and over, it'd be nice if you could listen to when I try and give you a response. So the ILS glide slope number has nothing to do with your minimums. Your minimums and altimeter is going to be based off of your minimums, which are always found in the bottom left corner. The bold number is your barometric minimums based off of the pressure at the airport. So your altimeter setting would be this one, and this one is your radio altimeter. So depending on the aircraft that you're flying, a category C is usually what most commercial aircraft are going to be. So 321, if you're using baro minimums, would be 321 based off of the barometric pressure at the airport. If your aircraft is not compatible with baro minimums, there are some airplanes that are not, you would use a radio altimeter of 307. So the one that's in parentheses is your radio altimeter. So you've got barometric minimums and radio minimums. That's kind of how that works. Jesus, just sneezed again. It's based on the pressure. Gotcha, really never knew that? Yes. Yeah. He got tested ATC SayIntentions on the Munich-Dusseldorf route. Generally star was ending, and I should receive vectors for the ILS approach. Unfortunately, ATC was silent. I flew for a long time. Sometimes, Michael, you have to request like vectors for the approach or something. Also, Michael, I've noticed what helps tremendously, and I don't know if you did this. Did you file your flight plan? So from the SimBrief website, you can pre-file on SayIntentions. I suggest doing this as it reads your routing much better than just like jumping into it. If you pre-file, now it's not necessarily, you don't have to pre-file, but like I said, it works a lot better if you pre-file using SayIntentions. Try that next time and you should get better vectors. Antarctic flights by any I don't know, man. Where the hell would we even fly in Antarctica? I keep getting people asking me about the MD-11 on VATSIM when I fly it. I need some more MD-11 cap. Nobody cares about the MD-11. That's the problem. I love flying the MD-11. It's just not a crowd pleaser. Also, the aircraft like the 320 and 330 don't have a baro option. They only have radio. Is it based on the airport? 320s and 330s should have baro minimums. Yeah, you can choose between baro or radio minimums. Yes, correct, Bellum. At least that's what I've been told, and from my experience, yes. Correct. All right, chat, looks like we're ready to go. Beauty. Let's come down here. We'll go to our menu. We'll go to our systems page. We'll go to menu. We'll go to our doors. Good. We'll go ahead and close the main door, and we'll close the 2 cargo doors as well. Beautiful. Let's go to GSX. Let's prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. Let's go upstairs. Let's make sure that our seatbelt sign is on. Anti-collision lights can come on. Our hydraulic pumps can come on. Fuel pumps can come on. And we are essentially ready for push and start, my friends. RB211, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome back. All right, chat, we're going to pause the music. As nice and calm as that music is, we're going to pause for that. And then we're going to request a push and start from stand, where are we again? Stand 26. We'll pull this open. We'll tune to ground 1219. Good. Flight on ground, very good afternoon. Nordic 9084, push and start from stand 26, please.
Nordic 9084, Freshland ground, push and start approved, face north.
Alright, we're facing north. Perfect.
Locking gear.
Locking gear. These are really bright today for some reason.
Ground, Nordic 683, ready for pushback and engine start.
Nordic 68 Zulu pushback and start approved. Report when ready to taxi.
All right. Sounds are coming up here in the sim. Hopefully they're being nice and windy today. The engines have cooled themselves down with that cool temperature. And just waiting on the ground crew now. Should be pushing back momentarily. We want to go tail to the right. Facing north. Yes, that's what we want actually. All right, park brakes are released. Start our block time. And there we go. We'll go engine number 2 over to ground. Looking for start valve open. Beautiful. The engines have cooled off nicely. Should be a nice quick engine start here as well. CST, my man.
Sorry, Cap. I missed it. Can you tell me again in about Barrow and Shot?
No.
No floaties.
Huge no floaties to you, Mr. CST. Thank you for the support, dude. Appreciate you, man. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on. That gets opened. Those go off. Now it'll work properly. Engine number 2 over to ground. Start valve open. N2 percentage on the rise. There she goes. We tried Cabby yet? Maybe the same guy that made Simbox's AI cabin announcements, crew and co-pilot. I have not. No. All right, we're motoring. Once the motoring goes away, we can introduce fuel. Park brake is set. There goes motoring. Introduce fuel number 2.
Scandinavian 259er, contact tower on 119.1.
For those of you seated near an emergency
119.1, so long, Scandinavian 259er.
which may be behind you, there are 2 exits at the front of the cabin, 2 over the wings and 2 at the rear. In the event of an emergency, follow the illuminated.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. It's one of the least favorite aircraft that I fly. That's probably a better statement.
Use them, pull the vest out, slip it over your head, pull the
information kilo.
Inflate the vest by pulling the
I am working on that clearance. Stand by.
into the tube. Remember, only inflate your vest outside the aircraft, eh? Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant
All right.
flight. After our meal service, we'll be coming around with some exciting items.
Good start on engine number 2. Let's go engine number 1 over to ground. Start valve open. And N2 percentage is on the rise. Good.
Please may we have your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this Boeing 737-800 aircraft.
And we're waiting for motoring to finish. Henry's
to avoid
gone.
blocking your exit, please stow hand luggage in the overhead locker or beneath the seat in front of you.
Oh, he came
if
back.
you are seated in the front row or the row next to the overwing exits, please keep these areas clear during takeoff and landing. To
Introduce
fasten your
fuel number 2.
seatbelt, insert the flat
Wife just
metal
asked
tip
about
into the
Henry.
buckle
I
and
said,
tighten
well,
by pulling the strap.
take a look at the Henry cam.
Unfasten, lift the flap, and pull the ends apart. If there is a drop in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will deploy from a panel above your head. Remain seated and pull the mask down towards you to activate the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose.
Yeah, absolutely,
and mouth.
Michael. It's
Pull
very
the elastic
immersive.
band
Yeah.
over your head and breathe normally. Adjust the mask by tightening the elastic band. Secure your own mask first before assisting your child, infant, or others. There are 8 emergency exits in this aircraft. 2 at the back, 2 at the front,
All right.
and 4 exits over the wings.
2 good engine starts.
Overwing exit.
Upstairs, Yacht Emperor, Gen 1, Gen 2. Packs can come back on. Isolation valve off. APU bleed off. APU can go off. Start switches over to continuous. Flip that over to Gen 1. Get our probes back on. And we are looking good. Pressurization set 37,000 feet. Looking good.
Leave the aircraft by folding your arms across your chest and jump onto
All right,
the
flight
slide in a
director
sitting
left
position.
side and right side. Auto throttle VNAV LNAV. And we'll set flaps 5 degrees for takeoff.
Your life vest is under your seat.
Live in Bodo right now, and it's gusting 50 knots. 35-minute flight from Tromsø. Oof. It's gonna be spicy, man.
The vest over your head. Secure the strap
Gonna
around
be a
your
spicy
waist
flight.
and tighten by pulling the strap.
Storm Chaser is back.
Yeah. The exit by pulling both red tabs firmly downwards. The life vest can also be inflated.
You know what we'll do actually is we'll set the cabin as well.
On the front of the vest. A light is provided for attracting attention. If a life vest is worn by a small child, pull one tab only to inflate the vest. Smoking is not permitted anywhere on this aircraft. Passengers are
we're going to turn off and off, and then we'll go both zones, night, both zones. There we go. Look at that. Oof. Beautiful.
If your device has a flight mode, please activate it now, and then switch it off before takeoff.
Beautiful.
All other electronic equipment must be switched off when the fasten seatbelt sign is lit.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for takeoff. Please ensure
set in the mood. Yes, sir.
Your seatbelt is securely fastened. Your seat back.
Flights on the ground. Good afternoon again. Nordic 9084 ready to taxi runway 17.
All safety information is shown on the safety information card located in your seat pocket. Thank you for your attention.
Nordic 9084, taxi to runway 17 via Whiskey Foxtrot Yankee.
Taxi to runway 17 via Whiskey Foxtrot Yankee, Nordic 9084. All right. Park brake comes off. Hey, Bilby, can you take over the comms, please?
Yeah, man. I'll take over the comms. Let's
all right, she wants us Whiskey... so immediate left turn Foxtrot and then Yankee all the way down for runway 17. Good. Park brakes come off. Good. And let's get her going. What kind of storm are you in? I don't know. It's a good question. Forgive me for asking, but do the wipers work? They do. I'll turn them on. Turn on the tour guide in a long haul, and he's talking about flying over. SayIntentions is super cool. It is, yeah, Steve. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, man. I do agree. Runway turnoffs can go on now. Are you in a thunderstorm? Not really a thunderstorm, just some rain. Little bit of rain. Nothing we can't handle. What if SayIntentions could do like a rejected takeoff? That'd be interesting. I'm sure you could. Yeah? I'm sure you could. Well, I mean, you could buy the year subscription, Bomb Tech, right? Like you don't have to do the monthly. You can just buy it outright for a year as well, which ends up being about $16 a month, I think, or a little bit less, $14 a month or something. Nasty weather out here today, chat. Nasty weather. Absolutely love takeoffs in the rain. They're a lot of fun. Challenging for sure. I mean, we took control of the aircraft just above 300 feet. It was pretty wild. All right, Bilby's on the comms now. What are your thoughts on the Jeju crash? Pretty crazy, James. I mean, I don't know much about it other than what I've seen on the internet and stuff, but yeah. I have the yearly subscriptions to SayIntentions, but I'm still not happy with the Descent using SayIntentions. With the Descent? What's going on with your Descent? When will the AnyBuilds 350 be released? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows, dude. Q1 2025. Cap, I need your help. I have all the Phoenix and PMGGs today. It's time to buy a bird. Which one? 7.3 Max on AnyBuilds A300. Ooh. Depends. Depends. Are you more of a cargo guy or are you more of a commercial guy? That's really the only question. They're both great aircraft. I think you'll enjoy whichever one you purchase, but one is going to be a lot more dedicated to cargo flying. One's going to be a lot more dedicated to commercial flying passengers. So it really depends. Depends what you're looking for. All right, we're going to take this all the way down to Alpha 1. We did not get Alpha 2 or anything like that, so we'll take it all the way down. If you're flying commercial, then I would say go with the Max. If that's what you enjoy flying more, I'd go with that one. I think the talk at the end of the runway being a solid wall and that crash seems overblown. If that plane is that far off the runway, I feel like it's a wrap either way. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I do agree. It's a terrible circumstance regardless, right? The crash and everything about it is just, you know, it's sad. SayIntention tells you we'll descend in XX minutes, but let me know if you want to descend before that. And then if you don't tell them they'll descend you, they'll forget about you. Yeah, I mean, well, what's the problem with just telling them that you're ready for descent? Seems like a pretty easy fix. Just tell them that you're ready.
Switching to 119.1. Nordic 9084.
All right. Bilby's on the comms. Real world, most pilots actually ask for descent. I guess it depends on the airspace too. Have to remember that one. Hey Bilby, can you let Tower know we're ready for departure, please? See if we can get a nice little rolling.
Yeah, man, I'll let Tower know we're ready for departure.
Onto the runway.
Tower Nordic 9084, holding short of runway 17. We are ready for departure.
Nordic 9084, Freslin Tower, runway 17, wind 135 at 14, cleared for takeoff.
All right, chat.
Cleared for takeoff.
Look at that sexy airplane right there.
Woof. What
a beauty. Should tell Bilby to call you captain instead of man. It's so funny when he says that. I actually like it. Okay, man. We're ready, man. All right, let's get her going, chat. Yo, Kim can come on. Kev, your 60 FPS looks smooth, but mine looks like it stutters. Depends on your monitor. You may not have a good monitor refresh rate, and that could be causing some issues. All right, let's go. Wipers on, friends. Let's go flying. Sounds are up. Throttles are up. Let's go. Slight nose down pressure. Engine stable at 40. And toga. Takeoff power set, airspeed's alive, 80 knots, we're neutral. Rotate. Oh boy, that's windy. Positive rate, gear up. Just those gusts. Flaps up, position 1.
We change departure on 126.1. North. Nordic 9084. Afternoon.
Flaps clean.
Climbing past 1,000.
Nordic 9084. Westbound departure. Identified. Climb flight level 200.
Flight level 200. Nordic 9084.
20,000 feet is in. Cap nude question, but what does no floaties mean? It's like a form of thank you. It's something that started here on the channel years and years and years ago. Super bumpy. Super bumpy. Holy. Hang on, chat. All right, 7,500 feet. We'll go standard barrow. Jesus, dude. All right, autopilot 1 is going on. 8,500 feet. Bring you back up into the flight deck. There's somebody that wants to see you guys. He's ravaging his toy. Ooh, there we go. Nice little breakout out of the soup.
Heading north at 2,000 feet.
All right, there's 10,000 feet. We'll get all of our lights off.
Echo, Victor, Mike, Flesland, approach identified. Climb flight level
Poor Bilby never gets to do any takeoffs or landings.
Climb flight level 280. Nordic 9084.
All right, 28,000 feet for us. There we go. Just convinced someone to go with the MD-11 over the iFly win. Hey, there you go, man. It's a great plane. I love the MD-11. It's so quirky. It's weird. It's one of those. It's definitely a challenge. Definitely a challenge. We get partial refunds because of the bumps? No, sir. You got on this airplane knowing what the weather was like today. You deal with it, sir. You deal with it. Nasty clouds out there, man. What are we back in the MD-11? Not this week. Coming up the following week, we're going to do some cargo. Some cargo ops. Well, that's rude. It's the customer's fault. Exactly. My thoughts.
Scandinavian
Exactly.
1123, Flesland approach identified. Climb flight level 200.
This is 2020. Yes, correct.
Scandinavian 1123.
Scandinavian 1123, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Scandinavian 1123.
Nordic 9084, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330. Predict near 084.
Very good, Paul. You're good, man. Right, we're going to leave the engine anti-ice till we get up and above this cloud layer that we're about to get into now. The horse is drinking. Can you hear him? Oh, man. good. With Rex Atmos, it looks even better. Nah, I'm not a fan of Rex Atmos, to be honest with you, dude. Not a fan. You go in your bed? In your bed. In your bed, Hen. In your bed, Henry. In your bed. Hey, go to your bed. Go to your bed, please. Henry, bed. Thank you. Good boy. It's like, Dad, I don't want to be on camera, though. My boxer's the same way, drinks loud. Dude, it's insane. I'm not getting him that bed. Jesus Christ. I don't even know why you would think that that would be an option.
North Shuttle 9067, Flesland approach identified. Good afternoon.
Maybe he's at the farm.
Can you confirm the number before
Using third-party weather? Nope, this is default weather, man. Default weather.
Nordic 9084, climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370. Nordic 9084.
370, that's our final cruise altitude today. Looking good. I got Tank and Cooper, some they love them. Nice, very cool. They got doggy socks at Petco. Nice. Guessing PMDG won't up releasing the Max, but we'll see. We'll see, man, for sure, yeah. We'll have to wait and see. So how long until Ali starts dressing up the dog for winter? I don't think he needs it, to be honest with you. Our other dog, Ryder, he probably needs it.
Contact Polaris Control on 136.275.
Switching to Polaris Control on 136.2.
Using anything to get the cam to shake during the turbulence? FS Realistic. FS Realistic does all the camera movements. A must-have add-on in my opinion, Cap Long Haul.
Polaris Control Nordic 9084. Good afternoon. We're climbing through flight level 230 up to flight level 370.
Nordic 9084, Polaris Control identified. Good afternoon.
Can finally enjoy this Rockford scenery. It was completely borked in performance in VR. Ah, that's good then.
B75 Delta, contact Polaris Control on 120.65.
Polaris Control on 120.65.
Polaris Control.
Poor Bilby, he's so gassed.
1123, passing flight number 170, inbound PR535. Good evening.
Scandinavian 1123, Polaris Control identified. Good
Bilby's
afternoon.
gonna end up on Vast Aviation video one day. That'd be hilarious. Hey Bilby, what we got for lunch up here today?
Hey man, I'll let Tower know we're ready for departure.
What the fuck? No, Bilby, please don't do that.
Nordic 9084, you are already airborne. Please clarify your request or...
Yeah. Bilby, you jackass. I asked what's for lunch. Hey Bilby, what are we having for lunch today? This guy, man. Fucking Bilby.
Hey man, I'm not sure about lunch, but I'll check with the crew and let you know.
Thanks, Bilby. Yeah, man, I'll get to Tower and get our clearance. Oh, Bilby. Only would this happen with Bilby. He still thinks we're on the ground. 27,000 feet in the air, we're on the ground for Bilby. So good. Still climbing through that layer of soup. Surprised we're not up and above it yet. We do have the engine anti-ice on, for obvious reasons, but we should be breaking out sometime soon, I would think.
Hello, Control, this is Taylor.
243, crossing flight level 30, 04, flight level 090.
Smoking the meth.
243, Polaris Control,
Oh,
identified.
man.
Good afternoon.
Good old Bilby, dude.
KLM 243.
Always
Contact
providing
Fresno.
us with a good
Approach
laugh.
on 121.0.
When called out at 4 a.m. on reserve after takeoff, I said after landing checklist and then went, wait a sec.
Flight level 1204.
Nice.
Flight level 030.
Very nice. All right, next waypoint is Barvi, 157 nautical miles away. Quite a long range between waypoints here. But I think we're going to be breaking out of this cloud cover here any second, chat. We should be up and above it momentarily. Get a little bit of engine performance back once we turn off the engine anti-ice. A little bit of a shallow climb right now. I feel like we're in an Airbus climb, 1,150 feet per minute. Good old Bilby, man. He's the best in the business, chat. Best in the biz. It is Yakfu, yeah. Hell yeah, home country flying GLGL with your flight. Thank you, Vettel. Appreciate you, my friend. Love coming up and flying in Norway, man. Beautiful place to fly. And the weather is the weather's quite fun too most days. You do get those beautiful days, but need to make a jump scare add-on where the ghosts come out of the clouds as you break out. Be cool if someone could do the St. Elmo's fire. That'd be pretty sweet. Try the Greek islands in Cyprus. Oh, we've been there, Erdem. A lot of fun as well. Yeah, a lot of fun, man. Black Yellow, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Been on the ground for 1 hour in the pushback queue and have 40 minutes extended because there's also an event in Bergen. Oh, yeah, those are the things I don't miss when using SayIntentions, right? All the ground stops and stuff going on. Don't have to worry about that. Fortunately, first time I saw St. Elmo's, it was daytime, but heavy rain into Atlanta. Interesting. Man, I've been hooked on this YouTube channel recently. They go and they go and repo planes and stuff like that. And man, it was just incredible. What is it called? History. The videos are called Speed Tape Films. Speed Tape Films is the YouTube channel. It's incredible, dude. These guys have 13 type ratings. Speed Tape Films. 13 type ratings. They'll fly for a repo flight. They'll fly like a 777 to like China and then get in an A320neo and fly it from China to the US. It's insane, dude. It's crazy. I'd even imagine being type rated on 13. Yeah, Nomadic is the call sign.
JJ Stevens donated 4 Canadian
Crazy
dollars
cool
and
channel,
32
man.
cents.
JJ.
Cap, let me put you on game.
Okay.
Don't judge till you try it.
Okay.
Get you a honey bun, slap a little butter on it and pop it in the air fryer for 5 minutes. It's perfect after smoking a bowl. No floaties.
Interesting. A honey bun with some butter on it. Dude, I can't remember the last time I've had a honey bun. These guys are so cool. They fly to so many random and cool places. Dude, I am in love with that channel, John. I'm pretty sure I watched like 4 hours yesterday of videos. It's wild, man. The content they produce is crazy. Using the MM simulations scenery, if so, I'd recommend the freeware one instead, but the MM is okay. I am using the MM simulations, yeah. Gonna skip my bills on the 172 so I can be a crazy guy. Running after this plane is getting repoed. Nice. Very nice. All right. I feel like we're just reaching the top of these clouds now. We can kill the engine anti-ice. We'll get a little bit better climb performance out of the engines here as well. Finish off that climb up to flight level 370. The amount of recurrent PPCs, I couldn't even imagine your Sim CFI. I mean, it's just bananas. Such a cool job, though. I mean, imagine getting in a 777, flying it across the world, jumping in an A320, flying it back across the world. It's wild to me, man. Absolutely wild. I forget the guy's name, but I know Bob. Bob's the other guy. It's something in Bob. Jerry and Bob or something? I don't think it's Jerry. Forget what it is. Cap, the results of the hot buttery cinnamon roll type dessert. That does sound good. Kelmo, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Well, we do that virtually, true, but yes. It is true. Ooh, boy.
Control,
A little bit bumpy up here.
Flight level 150 inbound Giesuk en route to Vegra, Ålesund. Good afternoon. Polaris Control, Scandinavian 1123, requesting flight level 100.
Are you related to Seth Rogen? I feel like I'm listening to him.
Descend flight level.
I am not.
100.
We should add that into the bio. We're both Canadian. It's pretty much the only thing related to us. We are both from the Canadian land. Go to your bed. Go to your bed so chat can see you. Good boy. That you know of. You both smoke bowls. Bob Allen and Steve Giordano. Thank you, Pilot Mikal. I'm glad that a lot of you guys know about this channel as well. I'm new to this channel. It got put in my suggested videos, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, and I never watched a video until I watched the video the other night, and I was just hooked immediately. I was like, this is so badass. Alrighty, cruise altitude. We're at cruise altitude now, Murph. You can start the meal service, please.
Okay, Captain, starting the meal service now.
Wait, Cap, so those other pilots real people? Some of them are Blue Crayon, yeah.
And it's time for our meal service. We have a delightful selection for you today, including a delicious salmon salad, a hearty chicken wrap, and a vegetarian option with roasted vegetables. Please sit tight while we bring these tasty treats to you.
First found out about them from Chewy. He was watching their videos on a long haul. Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool.
Where do you want us to climb? Scandinavian 480. Scandinavian 480, maintain flight level 350. Scandinavian 480, descend and maintain flight level 1770.
Alrighty, friends. What's the channel name? Speed Tape Films. Steve is very active on Twitter. I believe the founder of Twitter follows their channel. Quite impressive. Damn, very cool. Speed Tape Films. Really cool channel, man. See, I wish we could watch that stuff on YouTube. Problem is if I go to watch it on YouTube, I'll instantly get copyright striked. It's one thing that I will say Twitch has done better than YouTube is allowing people to like watch other content. The drama in Mickety Mike's channel makes me sad. What drama? I usually ignore flight sim drama because it's quite silly most of the time. Okay, well, if he destroys that one, at least that's fine. He can't decide if he wants his porcupine or if he wants the dino. Chad, I am starving. Can I go heat up my lunch here quickly? Bunch of racist kids in chat screaming slurs on frequency. He logged off one time. It got too much. Yeah, I mean, it's we've all gone through that. I feel like every streamer has gone through stupid shit like that. Hey, Bilby, I'm going to go grab some lunch quickly. Can you monitor everything up here? Let's ask Bilby. Bilby's going to let us know if we can go for lunch.
Yeah, man. I'll keep an eye on things while you grab some lunch.
Thanks, Bilby. I appreciate you.
No worries, man. Just doing my thing.
Yeah, doing your thing, Bilby. All right, chat. Bear with me here for a sec. I'm just going to heat up some lunch. I will be right back.
Nordic 9084. Contact Polaris Control on 131.1.
Contacting Polaris Control on 131.1. Nordic 9084. Polaris Control, Nordic 9084, afternoon, maintaining flight level 370.
Nordic 9084. Polaris Control identified. Good afternoon.
Polaris Control, this is Nordic 405 with you at flight level 370.
Nordic 405. Polaris Control, good evening.
Polaris Control, you're 9972 Mike Kilo, sending through 17,700.
330.
Scandinavian 414 Polaris Control, roger. Scandinavian 414 Polaris Control, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Up to 370, Scandinavian 414.
Polaris Control, good afternoon. Nordic 1121 with you, flight level 380. Nordic 1121, Polaris Control, identified. Good afternoon. Yeah, Polaris Control, Nordic 1121, we're at 20. Flight level 240. Alright, maintaining flight level 240, Nordic 1121.
How's Bill be doing, chat? Is he keeping the comms down? Does SayIntentions work globally? Yes, it does.
Baba 1123, Airbus 320, passing flight level 100, approaching Lacasse.
Baba 123, Polaris Control, identified. Good afternoon.
QNH 9991, descend and maintain 5000. Baba 1123. Baba 1123, passing flight level 270. Good day.
Polaris Control, Oscar Yankee Sierra, Oscar Tango at flight level 430.
Oscar Yankee Sierra, Oscar Tango, Polaris Control, identified. Good evening.
Henry can give paw. Did you just see him? I made him give paw and then I gave him a piece of chicken. He's a good boy, he is. Billy was telling us a story about bong water. It's great for plants. Other than that, it was pretty quiet. Cap on his lunch while Henry's looking at, can I have some too? I did give him a little piece. He had a little piece of chicken. Now he's investigating what I ate. Yeah, he does paws. I just taught him how to do both paws, too. So he can give me his left paw and his right paw. Look at that view right there. Beautiful.
Polaris Control, good afternoon. Lufthansa 5 Papa Juliet with you, flight level 340.
Go to your bed, please. Go to your bed.
5 Papa Juliet. Polaris Control, identified. Good afternoon.
Boy. Good boy. What is the difference between speed intervene and entering the speed in the FMC? Speed intervene is more done for like quick, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we need to, you know, oh, ATC wants us at a different speed. So you can hit that quickly and you can change it. And then you can go down here and start managing speeds and stuff like that. Henry looks very athletic. I'd say it resembles a greyhound. Yeah, you're not alone, man. There's a lot of people that think greyhound, whippet, something like that. Yeah, you're not alone, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to get his DNA results back and to see exactly what he is. It'll be really cool, I think. It will be cool. Because I myself am wondering what he is. Hey, Gap, you already tried landing at St. Bart's? I don't think we've been to St. Bart's in 24, no. Did you use any color presets? Nope. What, did you swab them? Not yet. I'm going to do it tomorrow with the fiance.
Nordic 9084. Contact Polaris Control on 125.7.
Switching to Polaris Control on 125.7. Nordic 9084.
Polaris Control. Oh, Chad, I needed that. Thanks so much. Usually I can wait till we finish stream to have lunch, but man, I was sitting here and I was just starving. Make sure he gets a treat when he's done. Of course, yes. Nope, I don't use any NVIDIA color filters. Nope.
Nordic 9084. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 370.
Nordic 9084, Polaris Control identified. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Scandinavian 2704, Polaris Control, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level 310 for Scandinavian 2704.
Control, climb and maintain flight level 350. German Eagle 4, Polaris Control, good evening there.
What's the weather doing in Tromsø? Oh, it's getting worse. It's raining now. Scattered at 1900, broken at 2900. 190 at 16 knots. Ended up getting Rex Axmos. I have to say it's really good since I'm sticking to 2020 for a while. Thought it was an easy $15 to spend. Yeah, John, I'm just not a fan of like how it edits all kind of like registry files and stuff of the simulator. I'm just not a fan of how it works. Just arrived into Tromsø by car. Heavy rain. Best of luck, Cap. SFG. Good to see you, my friend. We will, fingers crossed. Still got about an hour till we're probably down on the ground, but most likely it'll just continue to get worse from here on out. Heating up some za. Nice. Nice, nice.
There's Rapid CP arrival for the ILS runway 28 into Bada Frostbar.
Afternoon, Cap. If you're going to go after the 59 or a different 50 series,
if I want to go sooner. Speedbird 243.
We're going to go with the 5080 probably.
Speedbird 243, contact Polaris Control on 127.9er.
Duke November Mike 83, Polaris Control, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Oh, he loves that thing, Davis.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, number.
Hey, Cap, currently flying from Honolulu to Atlanta in the Headwind A330. Two-Tone is my lead purser, and he's a riot. Nice. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to have back there, man. He's a lot of fun. Hey, Murph, any chance I can get some lunch up here, please?
Sure thing, Captain. I'll bring you some lunch in just a minute.
There we go. Murph is bringing some lunch. First Officer Henry and Bilby and myself will be eating well up here, 37,000 feet. I just had a grilled chicken parm and it was fantastic. Have him tell jokes to the passengers? Oh, man. Got my pre-build 5080 ready to buy. Says it will ship once they get the cards. Nice, John. Very cool. Hopefully soon. Are you going with a Founders Edition, John, or is it going with like an Asus, a gigabit? I think it's a gigabit. Nice, very cool. Careful, comment calling Mr. Prebuild. No, that's exclusively your name. I saved that one for you, the best in the biz.
France 53 Tango Bravo, good afternoon, with you at flight level 360.
Why spend all that money on a 5 Series? 4 Series will be well priced?
Polaris Control identified.
No.
Good afternoon.
Where can you find a 4 Series right now, Dog Tag Gamer, that isn't used?
Speedbird 2450 passing flight level 185.
It's not really how it works with graphic cards.
Level 280.
Usually what happens is the 4000 series goes up in price.
Sweden Control identified. Good afternoon.
The 5000 series goes up in price because you can't find them anywhere. Guys, you're so proud of me. This time I went and drove to a store and had them custom build. Hey, there we go. Now you're on the right track. You found some on Amazon? I don't know. And to be fair, the new 5000 series cards aren't that expensive. They're actually very well priced compared to the 40 series cards. They already stopped production of the 40 series? Oh, a long time ago, Kemal. Yeah. Like, I can't find any here in Canada. They're already gone. Maybe in the US it's a different ballgame, but yeah. The only chance of buying a 40 series card right now is that somebody bought it before they stopped production, and they've increased it by like $300, $400, $500, or you're buying a used card. So you love your 3080 Ti and you have no plans on upgrading. I mean, that's great for you, but you shouldn't shun other people because they're willing to upgrade and pay the price. Just because you're happy with your product doesn't mean that others... Like, I have a 3080, I'm ready for an upgrade.
Polaris Control, please confirm that we are cleared up to flight level 310, Scandinavian 572, thank you. Scandinavian 572, affirm, climb.
I think the only way you'll find a 40 series card now is if you buy a pre-built system that comes with one. Yeah, or you buy one used, right? That's pretty much... There may be a few laying around, some new ones, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on a 3080. $3080, and the plan for the new build is to go with a 5080. And we're also going to be upping the resolution. We're going to be going to 1440p. So 5080 at 1440p. If you've got a micro center where you live, man, you're lucky. Can we pre-order them yet? I don't think so. No. Why not a 5090? That's complete overkill, Pete. I don't need a 5090 for what I do. And it's double the price, if not more than double the price of the 5080. I can't come to terms with spending $2,500 on a graphics card. That's just absolutely insane. $1,000? Sure. $2,500 for a 5090? No. So someone wanted a 40 series card. Would you recommend a pre-built, seeing as they are near impossible to get on their own? Yeah, I mean, it depends where you're getting the pre-built from, Andy, but yeah.
Wallet 1, Polaris Control, contact Varennes radar on 118.6.
Contact Varennes radar 118.6, Wallet 1.
5080s are supposed to release on January 20th, January 30th. That's if you order the Founders Edition from NVIDIA, correct? I'm not a big fan of the Founders cards, Founder Series cards. I much prefer like an Asus or a Gigabit or something like that. Pre-built from Micro Center, I mean, it would come with a great return policy if anything was wrong with it, for sure. I don't have very much experience with, I don't have a lot of experience with Micro Center, but yeah. You're on a 2080 Ti, 12 gig, it runs the sim absolutely fine with not high end, but it's still good. There you go. How much would a 5080 cost in Canada with the taxes? Probably looking at about $1,500, Diego, after tax. The 5090 is probably somewhere $2,500 to $3,000. Got an EVGA right now. Don't think they make cards anymore. They don't, Tom. No, unfortunately. Alex, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. On Flight Radar 24, you can see the North Shuttle 738 turning back to Oslo. It's an airport close to ENTC, but the wing there is calmer-ish. Got you. Why do you prefer the non-founder cards? A little bit better performance out of the chipset, better cooling. Yeah, usually you buy them for the overclocks and the better cooling and stuff like that. If I can avoid a Founders Edition, I will. Got a 4070 Super for $630 USD. That's not a bad deal. It's not bad at all, Tyler. Yeah, it's a great price actually. Radog, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back, my amigo. Top of descent chat is sitting at 202 miles. Looking good. Should be about just shy of 30 minutes till our descent. About 25 minutes. 25 minutes. College dude, what's up, man? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, my friend. Yeah, I'm doing a whole new build. I'll pull some, I will pull some hard drives from my current computer, but most likely will be just doing a whole new build. What CPU do you have, Dog Tag? Those AMD CPUs are looking real nice right now. The 9800X3D and stuff, man. Slaying games. Can't wait, Rydog. I'm looking at the 9800X3D, John. Or the newer one that's coming out, the 9950X3D. i7 8060K. Oh, that's a little bit dated, yeah. You're, what are you? You're 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're 7 generations out of date on your CPU. Yeah, CPU could use an upgrade. I'm upgrading to AMD once my bonus hits. Current CPU is a cool decade old. Woof. Do you still have the 8 terabyte of orthos? No, that hard drive died, Dago. Go bananas and write it off as a business expense if you need us to demand the highest possible quality. So just, it's justified. I'm sure we can. But I would never use a 5090 diabetic lad. That's the thing. Like, yeah, you get a 5090, you are never going to come close to using that amount of VRAM. A 5080 is perfectly fine for what I do. And yes, trust me, I will still be writing off that as a business expense. The whole computer is going to end up costing me like $5,000, $6,000. I would look at AMD, dog tag. Intel hasn't been too impressive with those 14 series chips. I'd be looking at AMD for your CPU. Got a 1470 14700K with a regular 4080 32 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte boot drive and a 4 terabyte gaming drive. Next build will be with the 6000 series whenever it's released. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Tom, for sure. Yeah, that 9800X 3D looks real nice. They do have the new one coming out. I think is it the 9850 or the 9950 X3D? I can't remember which one. They have a new one coming out, which I'll keep an eye on as well.
Nordic 972 Mike Kilo, Polaris Control. Good morning.
The 9950 X3D, yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm going to keep an eye on as well. It's a nice bonus to being a sim streamer. You get to write off the new build. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it'll probably save me about $1,000.
Contact Polaris Control on 118.55.
Yeah. Gavin, right now I have an EVGA 3080.
118.55. Nordic Niner 084. Polaris Control, Nordic Niner 084. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 370.
Yeah, very good diabetic lad. Yeah, that's cool.
Polaris Control identified.
It's a shame EVGA doesn't make graphic cards anymore. They were top notch. I do agree they were some of the best ones. Yeah, as far as like overclocked graphic cards and stuff like that, yeah, they were absolutely fantastic. I do agree, my friend. I do agree. I have a 2080 Super. I wish I had a better graphics card. Hey, man, in the near future, still nothing wrong with the 2080 Super. Still a very competent card.
Polaris Control. Expect the Barbie 1 Mike arrival. Descent coming up in about 20 minutes.
Barbie 1 Mike arrival is descent coming up in about 20 minutes.
Control on 118.0.
Going to 118.00, Mikey 4403.
Nordic 6 Charlie Foxtrot Photo Center, descend and maintain flight level 130.
Hey, Kat, my autopilot is not working on any of your planes. Sounds like you have something conflicting the controls. What are your, maybe add a dead zone to your joystick or yoke that you're using. Add a little bit of a dead zone and then try that. Sounds like your yoke is maybe moving without you making any inputs. Ed, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Hope history does not repeat itself, and it's almost impossible to get hold of an RTX 5000 series card. Scalpers are known for buying all the stock before anyone can buy one. Yeah, I do agree. I thought they put like caps and limits onto how many you can buy though now. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what they did. And keep in mind, cryptocurrency was raging back then. When the 3000 series cards came out, that's why it was nearly impossible to find any. That whole cryptocurrency stuff and mining, it's gone down drastically. I don't think it'll be as difficult to find one. Plus, like, people don't have a lot of money right now either. So, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a difficult sell already. A lot of people have 4000 series cards. They're probably not going to want to upgrade immediately.
Good evening, Flight
who knows?
Control, White Star 915 with you, flight level 370. White Star 9015. Polaris Control identified.
2000 is not bad for a 5090. I mean, if you live in the US, Gavin, I mean, if I do some quick conversion rates, 2000 USD to CAD, plus import plus taxes. So I'm going to give you a full price of that. So let me pull out my calculator. So it's going to be $2,900 without any import fees, just $2,900. Times that by 1.13 for our taxes, $3,277 Canadian, and that doesn't include any of the import fees. That number is probably closer to 3,500 Canadian for a graphics card. That's insanity, man. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. And that's for the founders, exactly. You got to add at least another couple $100 onto there once the, you know, the Gigabytes and the Asuses and all those guys get their hands on the cards as well. That's way too much money, man. Ken says unable, exactly. Unable. Can build the whole PC for that kind of price. Yes, correct. Yeah.
Scandinavian 1 tree, climb and maintain flight level 400. Climb and maintain flight level 400, Scandinavian 020. Scandinavian 1 tree, contact Malmo Control on 118.0.
Malmo Control. The more you buy, the more you save, man. That's crazy. I downloaded Simlink for Microsoft 24, but it's not running when I play in the Phoenix or the apps in the default Sim EFB. Any tips? For running Simlink? What are you running Simlink for? Doesn't Simlink just run in the background and connect apps and stuff like that? Cap, do you prefer Indica Sativa or hybrid? I hit my Sativa pen last night and couldn't fly because it was pretty cooked. I'm usually a hybrid Indica type guy. I don't mind Sativas, but yeah, Sativas are... they can get you sometimes. Simlink is the pink arrows Navigraph. You're thinking it's SimConnect. Yeah. So Simlink, I mean, it should just be running, shouldn't it? Like in my... isn't it just running always? Where is it? It's this one right here. Navigraph Simlink. Isn't it just running in the background always? I thought. Who are you barking at? Try restarting your PC, Kai. You ever notice the aileron deflection on the Phoenix seems to be almost none in flight? I don't know, Randy. haven't noticed that. Just thought of casually streaming my flights on YouTube or Twitch for the fun of it. Do you think a 58X 3D and a 4070 Ti Super can handle it? Yeah, I mean, should be able to, Chappie. The exchange rate improves. I might take a road trip across the border and see what's available in the US. Yeah, I mean, you just have to be careful, Andy, because they'll get you on the way back, man. You know, like, you'll go down to the US. Yes, it'll be cheaper, but then if you're returning with all of that stuff and they look in your car or they open the car and they see all that, you're going to have to pay tax on all of that, like import duties, which would pretty much just make it irrelevant, sorry. Because I've thought about it as well, man. I've thought about driving down to the US, go to one of the micro centers, upstate New York somewhere, building out a PC and then bringing it back home, but I'm just nervous having to pay the import fees and everything. Yeah, right, Shredding. You would think it's like that. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well. Got you on my dash. Got a 6-hour drive. Oof, Captain Diaz, good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hopefully we can provide some type of entertainment for you. Risk versus reward. If they stop you, you pay. If don't, then you save some money. I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe it's because I have my Nexus card. I'm like extra cautious now. I don't want to get that bad boy taken away, man. I've also thought about getting buddies in the US to just buy the stuff and then send it up here as a quote-unquote gift, but gotta have a mod shop make a hidden compartment for GPUs. Can you imagine? Curious if you compared SayIntentions to Beyond ATC, and if so, thoughts. I haven't, Kevin. I've only used SayIntentions. I think there's a bunch of people in here that have used Beyond ATC before, and I think that the overall consensus is that the voices and the AI is much better done on SayIntentions than it is Beyond ATC. I do not have a Jeep, no. How much more expensive is building a PC in Canada? Like a couple hundred, or are we talking like 1,000? Probably 1,000. Yeah, LeBron. When you factor in the taxes and tariffs and all the import fees and stuff that they put on those types of components, yeah, you're probably up into at least $1,000. Especially if you're doing like a full new build, you know, new CPU, GPU, RAM, motherboard. Yeah, you're looking at quite a hefty price tag. I mean, your best bet, I think, as a Canadian would be to monitor all the sites. Monitor Canada Computers, NCIX, whatever, all the other places that we have. Monitor those and look for a sale. Or look for who has the best price, you know? And build it accordingly. When I build a PC, that's usually what I do. I spend about 3 months ordering parts. I wait for a sale on the CPU or the coolers or the case or the hard drives. I usually wait for a sale, and then I'll pick up components individually. You know what I mean? Order the motherboard and the RAM together on sale as a bundle. Order the CPU power supply together, you know? No, everything like that, LeBron. Everything in Canada is taxed to death, dude. Everything. Our income tax, if you make decent money, aka if you make over $50,000 a year, which really isn't decent money, you're making a living, you're taxed 40% plus on your income. Then there's a 13% sales tax on everything that you buy. So if you go buy, you know, $100 hard drive, it's $113, 13%. It's wild up here, man. It's wild. Can you live nicely on 50K? No. I mean, yes and no. It depends what you consider living nicely. Can you afford an apartment and a car? Sure. But it's yeah, there's a lot of people struggling up here, man. It's been a it's pretty wild up here right now, man. Do you like food? Yeah, exactly. Still better than Holland? The thing in Holland is you actually make a decent living wage. If you look at the Canadian dollar, and this is the problem, and this is where we're kind of, as Canadians, this is where we're kind of stuck right now, is the Canadian dollar is worth fuck all compared to the euro, compared to the pound, compared to the US dollar. The Canadian dollar is nothing. And we get paid far less than our counterparts that live in the EU or live in the US for doing the same job. And then not to mention that, it's not only the taxes, it's everything here in Canada. Everything is more expensive, except gas, because we produce a lot of gas. Everything is more expensive. Like our telecommunications, so your cell phone service, your internet service, it is some of the worst rated services in first world countries, and we pay the most. It's everything here. €1 gets $1.50 CAD. Exactly. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Do you think anything will change when Trudeau gets out? I'm sure it will, but it's not going to be instantaneously. Once they remove some of those stupid carbon tax and all these other taxes. Free healthcare. I mean, that is the benefit. But if you think about it, Diego, it's not really free healthcare when they're taking 43% of your income. If I make $100 on stream, somebody donates $100, 40-something% of that is going directly to the government. Then I have to pay the YouTube fee, right? YouTube takes 30%. You know, it's not free. You know what I mean? Like it's we pay for it, and we pay for it a lot. And honestly, dude, if you're Canadian and you've ever had to go to the hospital or anything, you know that it's a 12-hour wait anywhere that you go. Again, tell me how I would personally, and again, I've taken a lot of slack for this, but I would rather them not take 40-something% of my income, have me pay my own insurance, medical insurance, than pay an absurd amount, and then when something is wrong, you're waiting 12 plus hours to see a doctor. And half of the time when you see a doctor, they're there for 30 seconds. They tell you to go home, take Advil, take Tylenol, take this, go home. You know, it's wild, man. It's wild. Now, I don't know, and I might be talking out of my ass here, I don't know what the cost is for private insurance and stuff like that, but yeah. I pay for 1 gigabit internet speeds in Poland. This means almost 45 Canadian dollars. Is this good? Well, to give you an example, Aculus, I have a cell phone plan with 35 gigs a month, and my internet bundled together. I pay $240 Canadian for my cell phone and my internet, and I have the same internet, gigabit up and down. $240 is what my telecommunications bill is a month.
Cleared for the Derby 1 Mike arrival. Whenever you'd like, descend and maintain altitude 5,000.
Cleared for the BF1 Mike arrival. Descend and maintain 5,000 at your discretion. Nordic 9084.
All right, 5,000 feet, our discretion. We're going to bug that up now. 5,000 feet. Good. Cool. In the US, it's like $1,400 a month for a family of 3. What's that, insurance? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. This music is used by Jace 2 Cents. It's on Epidemic Sounds. I know they all use it. Well, of course, Tyson. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, they've proven it time and time again, Tyson. You go in, if you're in the US and you need a surgery, you go in and you get a quote for that surgery. It'll be like $13,000. Then you get insurance, and then the insurance bills the hospital for like $5,000. That's like, hey, this is what we're paying. So I agree, man. We're living in a world right now. Obviously, we're living in a world where lives don't matter. It's all about money. And I feel like that's everywhere right now, especially in North America. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's profit before everything else. Everything else. And that's where I think we've kind of lost the plot and we've gone a little bit backwards. It's not about mankind anymore. It's about how much profit can a company make or can a person make. It's, yeah. And that's why I don't think we're ever going to see a cure for cancer or any of these other major diseases. We just won't see a cure for that thing because it's just not, you know, it's not, they can't benefit from it. Hospitals, doctors, insurance companies, they can't benefit if we're not getting cancer or if there's a cure for something. You know what I mean? They'll milk you till the end. Till the very end. Has any of you ever lost a loved one? Have you ever received an income tax statement a year after someone has passed away? When my dad passed away, about 10 months after he died, I got a letter in the mail because I was his next of kin. I got a letter in the mail saying that he owed $1,400 from the year that he died because he didn't claim taxes, obviously. He died 6 months into the year before tax season. It's outrageous. Even after you're dead, they're coming after you for $1,400. We live in a very backward society right now. I don't know if it'll change in our lifetimes, my lifetime, your lifetime. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant speaking. We have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Troms. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Just a heads up, the use of the lavatories is no longer allowed at this time.
No longer allowed, chat.
We can't wait to have you on the ground soon. Jesus.
Jesus. Henry's not even in his bed anymore. I've always heard it's not a new year, just a new tax year. Yeah.
Norwegian 1 tree, photo center identified. Norwegian 1 tree, photo center, climb and maintain flight level tree 40. Climb and maintain flight level 340, Norwegian 1 tree.
Cap, you're talking too much truth right now. Be careful, they're watching. Yeah, they're always watching. Fuck them. You only live once, man. What are they gonna do? Come take me away. They send me to jail. Do I still have to pay taxes? Yep. Of course you do. Oh, of course. Of course, Skyworker. Milk you to the very end, my friend. And then some. Free food in jail, and you get a snuggle buddy. I don't know if I want that. You make $8 on a license plate you made in the slammer, they want $4. That's wild. Crosswind, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, friends, we've started our descent. Gonna get that terrain radar on. We're gonna need it for this one. Is there at any point we can change this to make it daytime? Well, we kind of can. They get a little bit of daytime. Yeah, let's do that. Now we can see.
Simbit 133, climb and maintain flight level 160.
You're in Rovaniemi? Very cool.
Simbit 133, say again your request.
Government insurance is crap. I make an appointment just to come in to be canceled because there's no one to see me. Oof. Yeah, that can be a little bit rough. Polar day, polar night. Cap, GTX 4090 cost $11,000 to $1,500 in Poland. Moderate Poles have $6,000 a month. We must take credits to buy the graphic cards. Damn, that's crazy. Absolutely, Geralder. You got that right, my friend. You got that right, dude. All right, a little bit chilly up here again. We're going to get some engine anti-ice on coming through some of these clouds. We're descending through 27,000 feet now. We've been cleared all the way down to 5,000. They did actually a really good job just clearing us all the way down, so. I mean, here in Canada, I'm sure you guys have it there. We have federal income tax, we have provincial income tax, and then we're taxed 13% on top of everything that we buy. And our fuel, that's another thing. I mean, our fuel, right now, gas is about $1.50 a liter. I don't know what that is to gallons. $1.50 liter to gallons. What is that? No, it's, I don't want that.
Scandinavian 396.
Well, I guess you just times it by 3, don't you? Pretty much gives you the number.
Climb and maintain flight level.
It's like $5.50, $6 a gallon. Yeah, a gallon. Yeah, it's almost 4 liters is a gallon. Gary's correct. You're $1.72 out here in Vancouver? It's wild, man. I remember when the gas prices hit $1 and I was flabbergasted. When I first got my car, how old was I? 17, I think? 17 or 18. I got a Mazda Protege, a 1994 Mazda. 94? I think it was a 94. 94, yeah, it was a 94 Mazda Protege. That was my first car. And I remember gas was 38 cents a liter. And I remember it going up to like 48, 50 cents a liter, and people were like, oh my God. What's occurring on Thursday back in the US? We're going to be flying the Phoenix aircraft. I don't know where we're going to be flying yet, but Phoenix. $2.55 a gallon here at Costco. Wow. That is insanely cheap. When I hit $1, well, I remember, mofo. I remember he was about 70, the high 70s, low 80s in Ottawa. And I remember going to visit some family out in Vancouver, and it was $1, just over like $1.01 a liter. I remember being like, holy shit. First car was a 94 Geo Prism, like a Chevrolet Cavalier. Nice. No tobacco, Sammy.
Contact Tromsø Tower on 118.3.
Ooh, there's another plane coming into Tromsø now. Got you, Diabetic Lad. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, correct, Andy. That's when they were trying to sell off all the old supply. When is the next election? We don't know. Hopefully soon. If you haven't been following, the Canadian government is in absolute shambles right now. This place in the summer must be a great place to fly. I do agree. Yeah, it'd probably be pretty badass. Pretty badass. Transition altitude. We need to start getting some things ready here. Transition altitude is going to be 7,000 feet. We're coming in from Honorary. So we'll change this. Forecast 7,000.
Submit 133, climb and maintain flight level 360.
All right. 183 and 1099. So 1099, 1099. Good.
Nordic 90084. Contact Tromsø. Approach on 123.75.
Tromsø approach. Nordic 90084, afternoon, descending through flight level 170 down to 5,000.
Nordic 90084. Tromsø approach identified. Good afternoon. Expect the ILS runway 18 approach into Tromsø via non-route.
As the train works, but does the weather toggle work? No, the weather doesn't work, G-Man. Hey, have you tried Beyond ATC? I have not, no. The only thing that I can say is users that have tried both have said that the AI voices are better on SayIntentions. It's a more realistic feel on SayIntentions. But I've not tried Beyond ATC. I've only used SayIntentions. Hey Murph, everything's set up back there. We're just getting ready for our final approach.
Okay, Captain, everything is set up and ready for our final approach.
All right, there we go. Murph's ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your friendly flight attendant speaking. We are now preparing for our final approach into Troms. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you for your cooperation.
Murph's got the cabin ready.
126, contact Polaris. Control on 126.7.
Beyond ATC is actually decent, but does have limitations, and I swear the times almost go full German saying 9 because it can't handle 9er. Ah, interesting. Yeah, this is really good. I've yet to really put in a command that it hasn't understood. SayIntentions, it's been fantastic so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Look at that. Beautiful. Get those sim sounds up. Speed is rolling back now to 240, sorry. Let's go auto brake 2, arm ground spoilers, and we'll set our minimums. So category C aircraft for us today is going to be 321 on the barrel mins. 321. Good. 321 is set. I've got 4 notifications of people going live in 10 minutes. Nice. Very good news.
Romeo 69er, contact Polaris Control on 126.7.
Contacting the Polaris Control on 126.7.
Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights are on. Start switches continuous. Wing lights and logo lights are on as well.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you, Murph.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Troms. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables
Angry
away.
clouds.
Their full upright position.
Dolphcut, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
Our lovely Norwegian air shuttle staff will provide you with information regarding your connection flights once we land. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you for your cooperation. Jesus.
You're
Love
welcome,
how you
Captain. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Wait, we have to actually fly the plane and can't sit here and discuss tax policies? Does SayIntentions require a lot of hard drive space? No, not at all, AJ. Not at all. I can tell you exactly how much it's using. If I can find where I installed it. It uses a total of 649 megabits. So less than a gig of data. That's what my install is. Yeah, I was watching the previous flight of yours, and I have to say that the Jersey destination scenery is amazing. Yeah, we haven't been there in a while. We need to go back.
Scandinavian 1123.
Jersey's a really cool place.
Contact Tromsø Tower on 118.3.
Wasn't for the subscription, I'd probably try SayIntentions. Currently, my wallet does not allow it. What I would suggest is, if you click the link up above, SJB, you can try it out for 24 hours.
Descend to 5,000, cleared via non-route for runway 18 Nordic 9084.
If you click that link above, you can get a 24-hour trial period, and fantastic way to kind of try out.
18 approach.
Try it out. Wow.
ILS runway 18 approach.
0975 on the QNH, by the way, chat. 0975. Wow. That's pretty gnarly. Look at the QNH. Very low pressure here. ECAP, do you have a license for flying? Nope. I do not. What are you doing right now, airplane? I don't like that. I'm going to go that. Don't like that he's making that turn so sharply. We'll go on like a 135 heading. We'll cut it off right there. And then we'll arm the localizer. Actually help it just a little bit. We'll go like 145 and arm localizer. Speed's good at 210. Init ref, looking at 147 on our VAP speed. 147. RSPL, Real Sim Pilot License. Yes, there you go. Real Sim Pilot License, baby. Alright, when we start getting our glide slope diamond making its way down, which it is now, we'll go flaps 1. Start bringing that speed back, we'll go 190.
Contact Tromsø Tower on 1118.3.
You mean that's not a real pilot shirt? Unfortunately, no.
switching to Tromsø Tower on 118.3 Nordic 9084.
All right, localizer is captured. We'll arm approach.
Nordic 9084 afternoon. We're established on the ILS approach.
Glide slopes captured.
18.
Localizer's captured.
Nordic 9084, Tromsø Tower, winds 185 at 16. Runway 18, cleared to land.
Alrighty, and go around procedure.
Nordic
Climb straight ahead to 3,000. Alright, straight ahead 3,000. So we'll bug up 3,000. Straight ahead. 183. Good. We're just making some of the terrain out down here as well. Beautiful. You can see some approach lights over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's the runway. Some nasty crosswinds right now as well. Alright, let's go flaps 5 degrees. Flip these screens over. Yeah, Ollie, that's not the case. They've mentioned it. SayIntentions, they're currently working on Asian, Scandinavian, and a couple other ones. But for the most part, they have all the accents in, for the most part. All right, gears coming down. Speed 170.
2,500.
There we go. Let's go flaps 15 degrees. And we're currently about 6 miles out from the airport, so we'll go final approach speed, which is 147.
Echo is returning to Tromsø for full stop landing. Tromsø Takeoff, Papa Echo Tango Echo, radio
Flaps
check.
25 degrees.
Readability 5.
And flaps 30 will be our landing flaps today. Go ahead and start the recording so we can watch our replay. Beautiful. And I'll throw our yoke cam on. It's time to make our money and fly this airplane, shall we, friends? Cool. Auto throttle comes off. Sounds are up. My airplane. Enjoy the arrival, my friends. We'll make sure all of our lights are on here as well, which they are, and we will kill that light. Good. Nasty weather here today, chat. Nasty weather in general flying in Norway today.
1,000.
Checked. I've got the runway in front of us.
Tower, Oscar Yankee Sierra Oscar Tango, radio check.
400. Approaching minimum.
Oscar Tango clear to Svalbard with
300 minimum.
Continue.
Runway 18. Initial 5,000.
200.
123.75. Squawk 3532.
100.
Oscar Tango, read back correct.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it. Beautiful. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Decelerating.
Nordic 9084, welcome to Tromsø. Taxi to parking at your discretion and monitor this
70
frequency.
knots. Reversers are stowed. Onto the manual brakes.
Discretion, monitoring this frequency. Nordic 9084.
Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome down to Tromsø. That was a great landing. Take that all day, chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Troms. What a landing we just had, eh? It was a bit of a
Nasty weather, dude. Holy.
3 degrees Celsius, with scattered clouds at 1,600 feet, and broken clouds at 2,500 feet. For weather for a cozy day, eh? Thank you for flying the Norwegian air shuttle.
Let's go up to stand 20, we'll call it.
On behalf of Captain CPT Canada, First Officer Bilby, and the entire crew, including Lars, Ingrid, Bjorn...
Apparently I can only go to gate 23. No problem.
And a Happy New Year 2025. Jesus!
Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and clean some things up, shall we? Let's clean up our ground spoilers. Let's clean up our flaps. God, this aircraft is so good, man. I could fly this. I'm pretty sure I could fly this airplane non-stop for I don't even know how long. It's so good. So good. All right, stand 23 is the last stand over here. That guy right over there. Another leg? Nope, that's the last leg for today, man. Last leg for today. Was that 23? That's 22. This guy's got to be 23 then. Terrain radar off. We'll also stop our recording. We'll be able to watch that replay back. Very nice flow and approach, though. Very happy with that one. Pretty good day of flying, chat. You still having issues with the Unibuilds 330? I haven't even tried to fly it again, Diego. I'm probably not going to fly 2024 till it gets a substantial update. They can kind of fix a lot of the bugs that we've discovered since the release. APU gens are on, bleeds are on, ISO valve is open. Good. Got our marshaller here. Michael, take care, man. Have a great start to the week, man, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday back in the Phoenix lineup of Airbus aircraft. I don't know if we're going to be in the 321, the 319, or the 320 on Thursday. We shall see. We'll be in one of those airplanes. Alrighty. Park brake is on. Gens are on. Bleeds are on. Engine number 1 is off. Engine number 2 is off. Anti-collision light comes off. Fuel pumps go off. Seatbelt signs go off. Probe heats go off. Hydraulic pumps go off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Tromsø. That was a fun flight. Some very gnarly weather down here today. Very gnarly weather. For both of our legs, actually, it was pretty crazy. Both of our legs had some wild weather. But there we are, friends, parked up at the stand. What a beautiful day of flying that was. I hope you guys did enjoy that one. Remember, friends, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more flight sim content as well. A lot of fun today. Really hope you guys did enjoy that one. This is the weather you'd expect in Tromsø. This is the weather you would expect if I was flying into Tromsø. Is there a trick to making GSX and the in-sim gate numbers match? By getting profiles for every airport that you fly into, Michael. If you go to flightsim.to, you can download specific profiles for specific airports. And I would suggest doing that. Absolutely. That's how you do that. GSX profiles will save you day in and day out. Day in and day out. All right, friends, let's jump inside. Let's restart the Kutal script over here. Let's come back down here. We're going to go to the systems page. We're going to close all the doors. Make sure everything like that is set. Good. We'll go to save and load. We're going to load up our replay. We'll load the panel state. Good. Get that ready to go. Jump up top. We'll flip these guys back over. Good. We'll make sure that all of our lights are on and ready for replay. On. Good. And we'll set our flaps down to 30 degrees for arrival. And we'll go ahead and watch that landing, friends. Felt like a real good one, so let's see what she looks like. It was a little bit hard to see the runway markings at first, just because the runway was covered in snow. Pretty cool, though. Leonard, thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. I don't remember, is GSX free? No, GSX is not free. You can get it on sale all the time, which I highly suggest, but it is not free. Guys, can we get some no floaties in chat for SayIntentions and Bilby? Next time we use SayIntentions, I will have an affiliate link all set up with SayIntentions. So it was a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun with Bilby and SayIntentions once again today. Okay, all of our lights are on. We're looking good over there. Flaps are 30. Let's go ahead and hit that replay, shall we, friends? Hit that replay button. Good. We're going to pause the replay. We're going to bring this all the way in here. We'll go like right about... Jesus. We'll go like right about here. We'll trim it. We'll start here. Yes, we'll resume replay. Cool. Let's jump outside. Let's have a little bit of a look-see here. Watch this arrival from some nice views. Going to take this time now to thank my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Without you guys here, none of this would be possible. So for that, I am forever grateful. Thank you guys for everything that you do for this channel. Not only for myself, but all the other viewers as well. Gifting members, absolutely incredible. All the donations, thank you all very, very much. I truly, truly do appreciate it, man. You guys are the backbone. I say it all the time, but truly, truly do mean it. To everybody else that cannot support using a monetary value but supports the stream by being here, smash down the thumbs up button, just enjoying Flight Sim just as much as we do. I want to thank you guys just as much. Thank you, everybody, for your continued support of this channel. You guys are truly amazing, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. That was an absolute greaser, chat. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was an absolute greaser. Absolute greaser. AJ coming to the $3 he says, whoa, Captain, I thought we had already landed. Bilby. Dude, I asked Bilby what was for lunch, and he told me he was gonna go get clearance from Tower. It was a good one. Good little moment with Bilby today. That was a greasy approach, chat. That was fantastic. Might be one of my best landings considering the weather in this aircraft in a little bit. That was absolute money on the numbers. 70-something foot per minute. Doesn't get much better than that, chat. Does not get much better than that. Alrighty, friends. I will leave you all now. AJ, thank you again for the support, my friend. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind. I'm trying to look. I think those are the 1,000-footers right there. So it's definitely a little bit floaty, but super smooth onto that snowy runway. Dead on that center line. That was a good one. That was a good one, chat. I am thoroughly impressed with that one. Very, very happy with that arrival. Looked nice and clean and smooth. Alrighty, friends, I will leave you all with some replays. As I mentioned, next stream from me is going to be in the Phoenix lineup of aircraft. We'll be back in 2020 and in either the Phoenix 319, the 20, or the 21. I think for next week, maybe what we'll do is we'll start with the 319 on Thursday. Maybe we'll jump into the 320 for Thursday's stream. Thursday evening stream. So Thursday afternoon, 319, Thursday evening, 320. Saturday, we're going to be in the A380 flying from London Heathrow to Dubai. Don't forget about that. That's coming up on this Saturday coming up. And then Sunday, Monday, maybe in the A321, just because the A321 is my favorite out of all three of those aircraft. So, guys, enjoy the replays. Enjoy those buttery smooth landings. And I am looking forward to seeing you guys all on Thursday back in the Phoenix lineup of aircraft. It's been a little bit since we've flown the Phoenix, so it should be a lot of fun. Henry's going crazy playing with his toy, so I think he's all excited now. Probably has to go outside. Usually when he starts going crazy like this, it's because he's got to go outside. Enjoy the replays, friends. Happy landings. Catch you all on Thursday. See